and Malcolm will be streaming from somebody else's Xbox.
You scheduled a stream this time, or does it normally do that?
You've noticed the stream is actually scheduled for December last year.
No, it says March 11th for me.
Weird.
I've changed
It
nothing.
says it's scheduled for 8:59. That was weird.
It's scheduled for when I hit go. Awesome. So the best bit I love about doing this, my CPU
Have you
usage is
restarted it? No, it's a delay or
6%.
something?
Yeah, it's I don't know. Anyway, so I'm streaming from Xbox, which I do feel a bit silly. My Xbox is literally here. It's on a gigabit LAN. Should be streaming nicely, but yeah, I probably should have just plugged it into the monitor and been done with it. But it's kind of cool playing with these bits of tech. So like my Mac was like, oh, that's loud. I would like to go to the menu, please, and I'd like to go to the options, and I'd like to turn the volume all the way down.
Where's my save character? Or do I make it a single player?
I have no idea. Hey,
Yeah.
Zoomer. Okay, voice chat. No, it's good.
What character class are you going to go with? 'Cause
I
I'd
can't-
like to go with.
I did make one, but I can't remember.
I made a sharpshooter, so I'm happy to go with that again. But that's just 'cause I'm a bit boring. I like the ones that go, "Keep him away from me."
Hold on. I don't
I
think
don't get the same class as you, basically.
Yeah, I think I created a single player character anyway. I tried this very briefly and went, it'd be better if I had some friends.
Hmm.
Well,
Well, I'm a sharpshooter.
Let's have a look. I do like the way, and I have to say, I was today years old when I realised when Obi-Wan Kenobi first sees R2-D2, he says, "Hello there," and I was like, "Oh, I just completely missed that. Completely didn't twig." Okay, so Max, I've got.
You didn't realize it says that in the original trilogy.
I completely slipped me. So my choices are black lady with a bow, white bloke with a floating mushroom, a robot, or a rail master, which sounds a little bit ruder than perhaps it should.
A rail master.
Yes.
But wait, what about him is to do with rails? Does he like lay down rail tracks?
Let's. Oh wait, now just select. I just wanna. I think these guys maybe watched that episode of Rick and Morty one too often. As a guardian of the frontiers, the rail master can engineer a solution to every problem, followed by a literal train. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, the
And my choices are.
I don't know what the relic choices are. They look pretty cool, but they don't explain what they are.
So I love the way that.
Research at this point.
So I love the way that Malcolm was complaining, going, "Oh, it shows you the skills, but you can't use them all." It's telling you which freaking skill tree. I could be conductor. Conductor skills
Tell you that.
are all about. What, do you not? Did you not twig that that's your two different sets of skill trees? You nubbin.
I'm sorry, that was too low res for me to actually read anything on the screen.
Well, maybe you should get proper hardware then. No, it has to work at 720p. That's a requirement.
Yeah.
No, Henry. So what Malcolm is doing is Malcolm is streaming it via BlueStacks, which mostly we're going to see if the game's any good. The game might be brilliant. I have no idea, but it's mostly
I'm not gonna lie.
an
you
experiment
Oh,
into
good. I'm
tech.
so pleased.
Adam, you know I was complaining about it.
You
It was alright after like 5. I know.
Okay.
It was alright after 5 or minutes, but I want to see what it's actually like with a group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like the game, just the quality of the graphics is just blah. But it's fine.
Well, you're
It's
running
about
on
the gameplay.
You're running on an Xbox S, so that's the mid-range previous gen.
I don't
so-
own on console and Xbox.
No,
and
that's
I
what
want
you're running on in the cloud. I mean,
I know, but I want just to clarify for everyone, that I'm not a dirty console gamer.
I am. That's why I'm running at 60 frames a second, 4K. I
must be nice.
don't know. I'm just looking at the different character classes. But yeah, Henry,
Which
you
is
don't
gone
need
for
an
a game of
Xbox.
that,
You just need Xbox Ultimate.
Yeah. And BlueStacks apparently.
Yeah. So
The thing is,
apparently,
it's not just
There is an app. There is a native app. They first showed it in 2019, and you still haven't got it. And there is a browser version that they showed 2 years ago, and they've still not got it. I don't know. I kind of always do bows and arrows, people. Always. I like bows and arrows.
Yeah.
Or we could all go bow and arrow, people. But I am curious about the phrase, and I'll read it again. Come on. Literally,
Irene.
conductor skills are about your battle train. This skills that you customize its cars. I'm like, I'm going to go with that. I think I'm going to be called Mukwombi. I'm going to be a bloke. I'm going to be very pale with head number 2 and hair.
Oh my god, that noise is sound. That's so loud.
Stupid. And my hair color will be purple. And I'm.
I find it amusing that one of the class names is Dusk Mage, and then two of the two like subclass options are Light and Dark. And it's like, why not just call it Mage at that point, and then have Light and Dark?
So how does one presses multiplayer?
Yeah. Then create a character.
But I already created a character. I have to make another character.
Did you create? And then I choose my relics, which is not describing to me. I'm going to go. I let it work it out. I'm guessing that's poison damage, gain health. I don't know. I'm going to go with
the blood one.
I'm going with. Oh right.
Wait, it doesn't tell you what they do. What?
No.
No, that's
So,
my point.
I put out this is early
If you choose
access.
one, it
This
then
is.
does what it does.
I do love the Azeroth map though. It's brilliant.
It does. I thought that too.
It's literally a World of Warcraft map, like basically.
Oh, it does say, when I
you
selected it does
yeah.
say at the top, Blood Drinker, heal your own wounds while enemies bleed. Okay, Mukwombi. Great name.
What did you go, Adam?
I'm a rail master, but I might change my mind if I hate it.
Difficulty are we going to play?
But what kind of talent tree thing?
Oh, the train one.
What? There's a talent? No, like the Bloodmaster, poisony, electricity, fiery.
Oh, Bloodmaster,
Makes you go
'cause
fire. Oh, God damn it.
What was the name? I'm going to call my one Lassie. Oh, I keep trying to grab my keyboard and type, and that's not going to work, is it? Oh, maybe it will. Edit name.
So who's what classes then?
No, oopsie, don't. All right, Max. Don't press backspace.
So who's what characters? What classes, people?
I've just chosen a rail master, and Max is...
Anyone else?
I'm a range person. I think
You're a sharpshooter, okay.
Yeah.
So don't press backspace to try and type in a name. That doesn't work. Backspace immediately closes the app. It's like a boss key.
Oh dear. I like how when you mouse over the dog, the owl, it just says like black and brown owl or something. It's like it describes the colours for some reason.
I like the
That's just a
sharpshooter.
golden retriever.
I'm very
I'm
surprised
going to grab a drink quickly.
it's not appearing as a keyboard to the Xbox, actually. I'm going to have the dog. This was the game, by the way, that made me want to buy an Xbox Series X. Okay, it's not very well optimized, but I mean, it is early access, yes, but will it get optimized? I vote we start at ridiculous and then just turn the difficulty down each time we think it's too hard, because you can't turn the difficulty up, but you can turn the difficulty down.
Of course.
So I'm going to go with ridiculous.
Oh, you do get bonus gear luck and stuff though for doing the high difficulty, which was interesting.
Just like Diablo 3. And 2. And 1.
50% monster move speed.
I'm kind of surprised. What's Bane? I feel like I should go Bane. Whatever that ability is. Oh no, a Blood Drinker Warlocky thing. That'd be cool. I've done Blood Drinker Warlocky thing.
Ah, cool. Oh, there is a button to show my bandwidth. I like that. But yeah, so one of the things about next-gen consoles, both PS5 and XBX, is they're making a big song and dance about instant loading and super fast loading and all this stuff. And oh, the frame rate. This is the problem. I'm like, oh, the frame rate's a bit low. I'd like to turn down the details. I know some people like graphics. I like frame rate as a rule, but it's just not there. So lots of console games now do have. Usually, it's called performance or the other thing. But it's possible my Xbox is actually set to 4K, because last time I ran this wasn't a 4K screen. My amp presents ridiculous, because we're allowed to turn it down, but not up. Oh, I am running at 1080p. Interesting. So my video... Oh, no. Hold on. I don't have a thing. So this is not any faster than it was at 4K. That is interesting. Cool. Yeah, pop it ridiculous. I'm just standing by the boat. Try to work out what the keys are. A. Oh my God. I literally summon a train. Oh my God, that is awesome. It's brilliant.
I think you have the skill that every single Londoner wants.
Oh, actually, places like track.
Yeah.
So start game. So
I'm-
how do I join on you though?
Wow, bless you. Press the guide button.
The what button?
The guide. I do want to invite you.
Guide.
Game. I can't. I'm loading. I did just join a game though. I'll start a game.
Hold on. Start a party. So this is what gets me. I click start a party. The Xbox doesn't do anything for several seconds. It's like, this is not acceptable. This is nothing to do with the console. This is poor writing.
Adam, I think it's just contemplating whether it should call the police or you or not.
Okay. Invite to game.
Terrible.
Yeah. You still laughed.
And again, I'm in a game called Torchlight 3. Why, when I go to invite people, does it not sort them by what freaking game they're in? Not their alphabetical
really?
name. It's just nothing. I've never seen anything do that. Steam kind of does that, but I love this train so much, and I might forgive the game everything because of the train stuff. Quite frankly.
Maybe
Well,
you're
it's not a game
supposed
now.
to bring friends from other games into this one.
No, but like, my point. This is what. This is basic designer stuff. Sorry,
If I
Shaka,
press the,
yeah,
if I, don't call me Shaka.
Shaka, sorry.
If I press the Xbox button, I get the Windows Xbox overlay, not the Xbox Game Pass one.
Oops.
No, you should get the Xbox One.
I get the Xbox One on Windows, but I'm playing it via BlueStacks.
Ah, so you need to.
Yeah, I can't join you.
No, you must be able to.
Yeah. I mean,
alright.
if I press okay, the
Did
start
you
menu,
create? Did you
social.
create? Hold on. Let me. So let me invite.
Xbox Live friends. I've got it. I found you.
I have a button here marked invite
Oh, I've
everyone to
invited you.
game.
Yeah.
Invite to party.
Excellent.
So you're now in my party as well.
Why?
You're now been invited to my party.
I've been invited. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I've been. Look. I got invited twice.
I'd love to know,
Like-
by the way, of all the hours we've spent playing games, how many of them, how many hours do you reckon? 10? Maybe 15 or 20? Have we spent just trying to get into each other's game? Or work out what... like, just every platform. We've struggled all the way through. With just, how am I supposed to do it? What am I supposed to do? What do I click on? Why can't I do anything? What's going on? My train is killing everything and I'm not.
Apparently, I
It's
invited you,
usually-
but I don't know how to.
It's usually Origin, though.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, of
they're,
course, I'm in the party. I've got to join do the.
they're
thing, haven't I?
all awesome. Xbox Live Friends. Okay, there you go. I've just invited you to
Join
join.
game.
Okay,
Ah,
I saw
that's
that.
naughty. So the game has used the word party. You're not supposed to do that. Party is an Xbox term. You can call it a group or something, but you're not supposed to call it a party.
Pending invitations. Join now.
Yay!
I've told to join your game, and it's like, yeah, you've joined. I'm like,
Malcolm's joined.
why don't I see him then?
No, you're not in my game yet.
Yeah.
So can you still hit stuff with the hammer, or is it just the train that can attack?
No, it's not just a train. That would be, oh my god, a summoner-only class.
So where are you then?
I'm at occupied... Well, you're at occupied Travail Point, which I assume...
Oh, this game is lying to me unless I'm just really in the wrong place.
Well,
I'm right at the start. Like,
Just off the boat.
Max,
literally.
you're not in my party. I've just invited you. Go to the social tab.
occupied Travail Point.
Right,
Oh,
pause.
that's what it's
Right.
telling you.
Ah,
Yeah.
right, good. Yeah. So we're both in the same place. So I look at the map.
I'm definitely in the online party.
No, the game party. So in game,
I wonder if
pause
we just
it,
get out of
then
the
go
first
to
bit.
social.
Back to the game.
Oh,
I'm in the game.
I'm wondering.
Go to the social tab. Wait, how did you do it,
Oh,
Malcolm?
right.
How did I do what?
How did you join?
Get- Accept the invite. Please hold.
Oh,
I
okay.
pressed the
Yeah,
start
good
button. I
enough.
went to social and
There we
then
go.
on
Max
the
worked it out.
first tab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should do it in game as well as out of game, which is
No, the out of game thing is irrelevant. Some games, when you're in a party, they will shove you in the same game. Some games don't.
I still can't see you unless you're like.
I think we might have to kill the first boss by ourselves. I'm just running around, let my train kill everything. Ah. Oh, and then I can
You're
tell
not
the
playing
train to
it summer
stop.
only. Well, the train just stops if you stop. Right?
No, I can tell the train to stop.
Oh, amazing.
So I can pop it. So it's like a. I really like that. That's really cool.
Does it damage stuff when it runs them over?
I don't think it does. I think it's just got a gun.
Oh, that's a shame.
Maybe, I can't tell. I reckon my frame rate is 20, maybe.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, this is the problem is I'd like to think that they're going to optimize it and get better, or I have the option of buying better hardware and running it like that. And quite frankly, I'd rather run the game with better hardware.
Or what you mean, the Xbox that you still can't buy?
Yeah. Oh, well, apparently we should get lots more of them in this month.
Oh, that's good. And they'll immediately go out of stock.
Well, if they advertise when they're going to be on, like, people will be like scalping and that sort of thing. Whereas if they just randomly,
Oh my god.
I don't
Okay,
know.
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to kill this guy. I hit him and his health bar barely moves.
Oh, the Goblin Raider.
Yeah. But I assume once we kill the Goblin Raider, then we'll be in each other's thing. You're both at occupied Travail Point.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing I think we've probably had happen 20 or 30 times, which is, how do I'm in the game, oh, we have to complete, anything up to
Some
an
nonsense
hour
like that.
worth of single player before we're allowed to play with somebody else. Which I understand. I should
think
not
that's one
allow.
thing Diablo 3 got right, isn't it?
I shouldn't be able to play with randoms until I've done a certain amount of gameplay. Absolutely, 100%. But not single player. Not with my friends. Cool.
Yeah. I guess you could argue maybe a basic tutorial might be nice, but then you should have a skip button at least for that. If you do want to be able to skip it.
To play online, I am happy if the game decides to enforce a tutorial. No problems. Not with my friends. It should just go, if you wish to play in a public server or open up your thing, you must complete the tutorial. Or you can play with your friends. Okay, I've got a gun that I can't use. And a hammer that I can. Ooh.
Oh, what, do you have to be the right class for the things you pick up in this?
Well, yes.
Or is it?
They're like every game.
Ah.
What game do you not have that? Automation gives a go. Collect from the automata. Feed to Fortune Auto in your fort. What?
Some words.
They were words. So I've killed the first boss. So I'm not going to go any further.
Me too.
True, actually.
Okay, so I'm now going to Edgewood Bluff.
Oh,
So
did I cut out?
I would just wait in the entrance. You said Trove and then just shut up. Like you were just excited. Trove!
No, I was saying Trove has that. Like, it has you only get stuff from your class. Look out again. What's...
What?
Did I cut out again?
You went, look out again, what?
Yeah.
What?
Look out, look at the bird.
I don't understand how I'm cutting out.
Skip. Okay, I'm at Edgewood Bluff. It says Spitfire
I'm
went
just
to
trying to
Edgewood
load your
Bluff.
Loading.
I'm trying to load your
I'm
space station
streaming
game.
this,
It's
but I'm
taking
still
like
loading.
an absolute year.
Well, yeah, you're just running it on an Xbox. This is what annoys me. They're making a big song and dance about next gen will have no loading. I'm like, current gen could have no loading if you just programmed it properly.
Yeah. Hello, Adam.
Hey, okay, so we just have to wait for Max to kill the first boss.
I've killed it. I'm reading the blah blah.
I'll just do the blah blah, pick up the
Right,
stuff.
show me your train.
Press rewards and another weapon. Really,
I
sweet.
mean, that was terrible.
That's how awesome is that? Come on.
Okay, actually, it's quite well animated.
That's really cool. I love that. And then I can tell the train.
Okay.
So I can tell the train to stop. And then I can tell the train to.
I was like, yeah, it's all right. And then I saw you like do the angle on it, and I was like, okay, that's good.
Yeah, I like it. That's actually pretty original. I've given.
Adam, I have an army of a single spider.
Where's your pet?
My bird.
My only issue with the train, I
Where?
think, is that the rail
Oh,
seems
there.
Oh my god, I got a
to
lag
pop out at the
spike.
end rather than like fade out.
Yes, but again, early access.
Your pet is injured.
Your pet is injured.
Yeah, I had that earlier, and I was like, okay, how do I heal it? It's like, nah,
You-
we're not
you have to
going
put
to
it down
tell
instead.
you.
You have to put it down instead.
What? But it's...
This isn't
I'm
Red Dead.
sorry. you
What
weren't- you
medicine to pay your pet? Kill it
Max,
now.
I
Some
ha-
sympathy.
Oh, can I not drop stuff? I could destroy, send a pet, move.
That's cool.
Max, where are you? Stop, 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 stop. Let me see if I can trade with you. Oh. Looking for a trade button somewhere on the screen. No, I can't see one. Oh, maybe we can't.
Oh wow! So if you pick something up by accident, the other person.
No, it's probably instant loot then.
Oh, okay.
So what you can do is give anything to your pet you don't want, and then send your pet to town, which is one of the best features of Torchlight 1.
Oh, so it sells it.
It sells it, but then you don't have your pet for a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to need a hint
Makes
on that
sense.
one.
On what?
How the hell to get my inventory up?
Oh,
Oh, it's this one.
pause it.
Okay, that's the 3 buttons, 3 lines. 3 lines. Oh, no, it's got 3 lines.
No, no, it's 3 lines. I can't see it.
The song's 3 lions.
3 lions on a pad.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got some stuff.
Okay, so
Ooh,
here.
a club. That sounds like a load of shit. And a lethal revolver. Yeah, that's just a name with a word on it, isn't it?
Well, the lethal is the prefix.
Yeah. Magic.
Or
pistol.
prefix. Prefix? Prefix?
North, south.
Prefix, I would say.
Prefix, I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah, but I also kind of feel like it's wrong phonetically.
Or project.
I like preference. You don't say preference.
No, see,
Prefect.
project is an American and a northern thing.
Project.
American Northern say it as well.
North Americans say
Project.
yes.
But there's like, I have a projector. And
Yes.
I need to you need to project your voice when you're talking to a large crowd.
Yeah. Messiah's found pants of the forest.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, my main complaint about this,
Free poo.
honestly, is the frame rate. That's the only real complaint I've got, which is just awful.
I'm sure this
But-
game would look pretty on, I don't know, a PC.
Well, you buy it on PC. I think it's got crossplay. It's 27 quid.
Yeah, for that.
Or, yeah, or free.
I'll just play it now. Save yourself a 6 gig download.
Yes, I do have a gun, and I don't want it, but I can. Oh, I can equip it.
You have a gun.
Yeah, yeah.
Be afraid, be very afraid. I wouldn't trust him with a gun. Which end does the shooty bits come out of? Is it down this hole here? I can't see anything coming out of it. Ow, why's my face hurt?
I mean, to be fair, the shooty bits do come out of the hole, so you self sarcasmed yourself there. I just
Oh,
shot.
hello.
What's going on? I'm chopping
No
down a tree.
problems. Oh, okay.
What? From your ex?
What?
Are you wired?
Well, no. I'm not
Oh.
tired.
Wired.
Yeah. Although the Xbox isn't, but
Oh right. Yeah, I just ran it.
You drank too much caffeine.
I mean, I just ran a cable into my router thing.
yeah, I could have done, but I couldn't be bothered.
Well, I said if I thought about it, I probably should have.
God, the lad spikes.
Yeah, it worked perfectly well for me when I played a single player with this. This is the first multiplayer test I've given it.
Yeah,
What is that train?
Idea.
it's awesome. Don't you just my train?
I like the little red bit around the train that shows the.
What is up with your internet, Brett?
Bye.
Yeah.
You said I love the
Yeah,
bang,
the
the,
rain-
the
it's not
train,
intrusive.
the little red around the train.
What's it every time I say something?
Wow. Nice.
And let me say what you
I
said.
think it's sort of your project. mate.
Right, you probably need to enable QoS on your router.
Yeah.
Or Foster
Yeah.
Cluck.
So
It's 'cause I'm
Brett,
trying to- I'm-
I
Why
think
can't I
I'm
see you on
speaking
the
his
map?
language.
we've gone up.
trying to
and
open
right.
Alan's project. And it's
So I will
Brett,
translate
sing
for
to
you.
me,
I'll
sing
translate.
to me the song of your people.
No, I'll translate. Today, Brett got the first taste of actually working in the computer games industry. He was like, "Oh, how big is this project?" And I'm like, "It's 45 gigabytes." And he went, "Oh." So that's what he's doing. He's downloading a game of mine, like the source
no, it's
code.
downloaded. I'm just trying to open.
Make Unity have low priority.
Every time I try and respond to something, I cut out. But whenever I'm not talking in response to something, it's fine.
It's
I don't,
fine
I
now.
don't
You're, just,
understand.
you're also
Mal-
massively like over distorted. So.
Malcolm.
Yeah, you're shouting at the
Am I?
microphone.
Hello.
It's for some.
In a moment, we should also work out whether loot is shared or private. I assume it will get more difficult, but so far, ridiculous difficulty is not.
Well,
I'm just running around the.
yeah.
I'm just running around the edge of the map, by the way. That's all I'm doing.
I'm following you. That's all I'm doing.
It's me trying to open the file and not
Yeah.
download it.
Set it to low priority then.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you.
But it's already been going for like half an hour, so it would take a long time.
Open the file means downloading the file to open it.
No, it's
I mean,
converting
I
it.
mean, actually open it.
It's scanning all of the data, all 44 gigs of it, and turning it into a useful intermediary step.
Yeah.
They're hurting your pet.
They're hurting my pet, right?
Give 'em
Lassie,
one for that.
no! Okay, I just sent Lassie to home because she was running out of health. Yeah, I'm just seeing lots of places that say I can't do this yet.
Oh, I found Old Stone's quarry. Quick,
There you are.
away! There's a quarry here.
Yeah, I'm
sure
just
you
mapping.
guys are.
I'm just mapping the. Oh no, there's something got a bit harder.
Let's make it low priority, see if that fixes it.
What did you say, Brett?
I made it low priority, hopefully that'll make it better.
Sorry, say that again, slower.
It says make it low
Yeah,
priority.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I gotcha. Right, hang on, let me look at the map.
Yeah, I want to look at my inventory here.
Are you still on the highest difficulty?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
It was all right, and yeah, that did suddenly get very hard, but that was possibly just because I wasn't paying any attention.
Adam, there's a boss marker thing over here.
Well, we are ignoring the quest. We're just
Oh,
like
there's a
running
boss.
around. Okay, well, I was just running around murdering stuff rather than doing the quest.
What quest?
All
No.
aboard. The quest, Restless Heroes. Go to Heroes Rest.
All aboard, really.
Whoops.
Your journeys are at an end.
Don't worry. I'm a mage, but I'll punch it with my wooden staff. Because
hope-
that's what I've got.
Are you anywhere nearby, Max?
I have no idea. I don't even have a marker telling which direction you're hiding.
We went up
Oh,
and
you
right.
died?
I'm
die?
I'm not died. I'm just. Oh yeah, just stand in my circle. That's it. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I'm halfway there. Oh yeah. Don't stand in those. Move out of those.
Living on a
Get back in my
prayer.
circle.
Den of upheaval.
Did you leave the main area?
Yeah.
Well, you probably want to come back then, rather than bugger off into sub areas by yourself. Platform. Hey, more
I
bets.
don't know which one I'm supposed to be in.
Well, not I haven't
Edgewood
gone
Bluff.
anywhere. I'm in Edgewood Bluff. Yeah,
Yeah, so am I.
we've gone up and right from this spawn. We're at a boss.
Right.
That's the thing. You do get a lot of chat about open world games and this and that, and like quite often, you know what I want? I just want it to
I
be
know.
linear. I don't want to have any sort of I know. I don't want to have any sort of thought about which direction to go.
Engage monkey brain.
Yeah, Adam's done that already.
You're hurt.
He's already written 12 books
Huh?
for Shakespeare.
I do that a lot of
Adam,
like.
Adam, stop playing with your fucking train. Do some damage.
The train is doing damage.
I do that a lot with like digital card games. I just play like a simple deck when I'm bored. I'm just like I'll just do this because it's simple and I can just press button.
Right,
Monkey-
Adam, what gear do you see? Do
Would
you see
be
a blue and a
leggings.
green?
Would be
No,
sleggings and
different-
power shift.
I've got
Okay,
different
so
gear.
it's unique loot. Okay, so we wait here a second. I wonder if there's a way to. Ah, here we go. Oh, click the left. Click the right stick. Cycle through. Can't see Max, but I can see the whole map.
Click the white stick. Cycle
Click the
through.
right stick. Yes.
Before when I was cutting out before, what I was trying to say is Trove has the you only get your class's loot thing and it's instanced.
Most places are instance loot these days.
Well, yeah, but okay, yeah.
7.7. Oh, I don't care. What I want is DPS. Damn it. Always want to be shown DPS.
Much as I hate the grind of it, I quite enjoyed Path of Exile's way of doing loot, where you can, where it's all instance, but if you need a specific thing, you can just trade it off someone else.
Yeah. The problem with that is that is just it's just got twinking and gold farming written on over it.
Yeah. The main issue of it is it's very grindy.
The fact you can trade loot makes it less grindy, not more grindy.
I mean, it takes ages to grind the currency. Is my point. It's not like a
Yeah, and if you want a specific set of gems in a specific thing. It's like, yeah, you
Yeah.
might be able to do that, but you might not. You might spend ages doing it and spend ages doing tweaking
Just
it.
roll it.
It's up to the RNGs.
Where's my train? There she is.
But then people always compare it to Diablo 3, so they're trying desperately hard not to make it like Diablo 3, so it's a fair point, I suppose.
I still feel that the Path of Exile gameplay is better than Diablo 3's, but Diablo 3's completely destroys it for the way it looks and the storyline. Because Path of Exile is shit.
Yeah.
Well, I can't vouch for storyline, but I prefer Path of Exile aesthetically at least. But it's just my
I prefer the styling, but the Diablo 3 is prettier.
Oh yeah, I probably agree with that. I prefer Path of Exile style, but I don't know if it's amazing.
And what would you define that style as?
I don't know. It's like
Kind of dark.
it's a bit grungy almost. I don't know. Maybe it's
DC.
Grungy.
Is that a bad word?
Gritty? Would you call it?
DC.
Yeah, maybe. Greasy. Maybe.
So,
Greasy.
Max, where are you? If you bring up the map, the big map that
Hold on,
overlays.
I'm still fighting. I guess you haven't been through this area, so I'm just...
Well, yeah, just click. Are you? Oh,
was-
I think I might be that map.
I was
There you
leading
go.
the witness
There we go,
there,
found
Adam.
it. There we go. So should we do what the quest says rather than just like sprinting off randomly to
I've
places?
no idea what the quest says. What's the quest say? I don't even see it.
Adam, I
Really?
literally just came out the
Really?
menu and
I've
you've
played
gone
one-
away.
My first playthrough of
On the
this
right
game
hand side,
ever, so I don't know where the controls are.
on the right hand side of the screen, does it not say quests?
I'll be too busy killing everything.
I guess I describe the Path of
guys-
Exile
where did you guys go?
as like almost like apocalyptic fantasy sort of.
That's not an art style.
Adam, which way did you go?
Not an art style, no.
From where we were standing.
I can't see you on the map though. I mean, I've gone back to Max, which is up and left. And
Okay, I'll
the
come
map's
up
very
and left.
simple. We have the entrance, the Den of Upheaval, and the Travail Passage. So we'll head back to Hero's Rest, which is the far west. But yeah, click
One
the
thing
right,
I was-
click the
Oh,
right
sorry.
stick to cycle through map, show mini map and quests, show mini map and hide quests, show overlay map and quests, etc.
Hello.
etc.
And one thing I think I would say I do like a lot of Path of Exile is the currency system is quite interesting because all the currencies
Yeah.
are just items you can use and then you can
Top-
combine
top
them into
grade.
other currencies. Yeah, so they're all like useful even if not as currency. Like the lowest currency is like check what stats my item has, and then the tier up from
Worst-
that is create a portal. Kind
The
of
worst
thing.
thing about Path of Exile is the loading times.
There's a thing
I've
here.
never really had that much issue.
Let's click on the thing.
Oh, this is where
Look
Max
about
was.
it,
He said
okay.
Old Son's Quarry. Yes.
And I came straight back out again.
Yeah. This might be harder.
Are the loading times on Path of Exile that bad? It was never that bad for me.
It used to be very, very, very bad, notoriously bad for loading into the game, and then after that was fine. Like
Okay.
5 minutes sometimes, on like a good PC. It's like got no right to be.
I think they fixed that many moons ago.
Out of curiosity,
so.
by the way, what?
So I don't remember being that bad.
Out of curiosity, Max and Malcolm, what's your frame rate? You reckon?
What's it tell that?
30.
It doesn't tell me.
No, I know. Of course it doesn't. It's an Xbox game, but like,
Oh, it looks lovely. I don't know.
yeah.
It doesn't look lovely. But 30, maybe, if we're lucky.
I don't mind
bad.
games running at low frame rate if they look spectacular. But I'm looking at this going, this looks like an Xbox 360 game. It should be running at 60.
It does. It's a shame.
Oh, there's more underground? No, I can see something on the map.
Is that above us, though?
I guess it must be. Up I go. Wow, you didn't have to kill a lot of stuff, Max. There's loot everywhere.
Sorry.
No, that's good. That means there's loot everywhere.
So, wait, you got
It's
up
all
the
very
ladder?
nice.
Yeah, I've gone back up, yeah.
Is that up? What?
Up.
That makes no sense.
What? We went down
Up
into a
the
quarry.
line,
Now we've
Why
come...
we got- Yeah, but there's nothing in the quarry.
There was lots
We
of
just killed
mobs.
it all.
I think it's interesting to have a currency that has another use because it means that in a way the currency is always burning itself away somewhat, so you don't like end up with too much currency in the game. Like,
It just means that if you want stuff, you can buy it, and if you don't, you can use it to upgrade the stuff you've already got.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I also mean that there's no reason to like hoard it because you can use
Again,
it for other stuff.
upheaval, Adam.
Yeah, I was just getting the
Required.
sun. I'm just getting the sunshine shrine.
Oh, you got legendary stuff.
Yeah, that's something Warcraft did very well, and then other games have, and Warcraft has just failed at. It's like, hey, a legendary should be something I work towards. Not here's a legendary shit item. Brilliant.
Who
It's a
wants the magic staff?
You
boy?
can't trade anything. It doesn't look like in this game.
Oh,
That's kind of how I felt about like Borderlands 2 versus 3. In Borderlands 2, it felt like the was it called legendaries? The
Yeah,
oranges?
there's way too many in 2.
In 3.
3, yeah.
Yeah. In 3, they feel really common. I was like, oh.
Just click on.
Whereas in 2, it's like, oh, here's a shotgun that has bouncing bullets that you can combine with the anarchy tree kind of thing. It's like, oh, wow, this is insane.
I'm hanging around by the entrance to Heroes Rest.
Did you end up watching that Warhammer Tau clip that I put in
Nah.
the chat? Oh, that's quite good.
I did watch. Did you watch Josh, by the way? Did you watch Josh Malcolm on Let's Game It Out?
Oh yeah.
It's like he killed the first 2 bosses by just placing campfires.
Yeah. Do you realise now how I've been sat there going, oh, come on guys, come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that second boss looks awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
there's a chest here. We should probably open it.
I mean, the second boss is awesome. Third boss is awesome. I haven't seen the fourth boss yet. But...
Oh yeah, and I mean the only reason we didn't do the second boss is we got distracted. Where is Malcolm? Max gone?
And we didn't get distracted. Other people did.
Yeah.
I can't see him on the minimap anymore. Where are you?
Yeah, it's pretty
What,
terrible.
you don't know. Where are you? What did you do? Did you not head back to, like everybody else, to Heroes Rest, which is on the map?
No.
Do the quest.
No. I want to look at my inventory. I got some good stuff apparently. Kids going, oh, you got some good stuff.
Did you go through?
Where the hell is Heroes?
Yep.
Commit.
It's on the map. It's on the big map.
Goblin. What? Where? Like
When you
Gob Dunk.
click the right stick to show the big map, just like Warcraft, Diablo 2, it's on the left.
On the left. Your portal area map. Travail Point?
No. Go into
Surveil
the game.
Passage?
Go into the game and click the right stick. Just like Diablo 2. You get
Survey
the
map.
overlay map. Yeah.
I really like overlay maps. They're quite fun.
This one's a little bit. What's the word? Intrusive.
Is it in the way?
It could do with fading out in the center like Diablo's one did.
I was always a big fan of how they did it, and I think it was a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon or something. Jesus, that's old now, isn't it?
I
That's
don't know.
Diablo is as well, but...
Oh, wow. So I literally do have... Oh, cool. Legendary skills. Add skill. All right, then. Loading. What? Why is it listed to be a bunch of skills I can just select? Oh, right. I see. I can add a skill. Oh, right. So certain items of gear I have equipped have a skill. Interesting.
Also, it's like a simplified version of the Path of Exile thing with the gems.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well,
Sort of.
I'm not sure why you said simplified. It's not really anything like it. What are you talking about?
I mean...
They're
yeah.
locked to items as opposed to being locked to an item that you pick up that you could then socket in an item. So it's simplified.
Yeah, but this is nothing like this. Is more like Diablo's legendary item things. Oh, I can change my pet into a gorilla. Oh no, this is my pet's current skills. I see. Okay, cool.
Oh my god, the graphics are terrible.
I'm just gonna level up my train because, quite frankly, I just want a better
Right.
train.
Like it's just broken now. Like
Well,
look on the left hand side of that screenshot.
oh dear, that's some macro blocking going on there.
Yeah, that's what you're running into.
I'm surprised that their tech is nowhere near Stadia's though. Like the fact that they are 720p and not 4K, for example.
I don't know if Stadia's has got 4K back yet, although.
It does if you pay for it.
Yeah, you said that, but the last time I had it, oh, you can punch a tree. Last time I had it, it wasn't 4K because of coronavirus. Coronavirus affects the internet, you know.
I thought it was still the highest, effectively the highest resolution. They just dropped the bitrate. I don't know if they've ever put it back because Netflix was the same thing. They didn't change the resolution; they just changed the bitrate.
Yeah.
Sort of equivalent. Oh,
Pet is wounded.
It made make me a bag of shit. Whoa!
Someone's take one of these. Oh my god, I can. Can I? Can't. Your pet is hurt. Well, fucking heal him then.
Curious to see if you'll end up keeping it on the maximum difficulty or if you hit a whole wall at some point.
Yeah, well, basically, our characters now have a little icon on them showing that we are awesome. We play on the hardest difficulty. But if we ever drop down to difficulty, it only shows us the lowest difficulty we've been on.
Using a magical pickets on a fir tree, apparently.
Is the difficulty server side or is it per player?
Human server side.
Well, neither. It's kind of per.
We all chose to be on the difficult hard.
Oh yeah, it's not. It's not like Borderlands is sort of. I'm playing on a harder difficulty than you. Slight weirdness.
Well, that was clever that you could do that though.
Yes.
I don't want the game to make it too hard for me, but you can have it as hard as you want. So you get the same number of mobs, but my mobs would have less health than yours, but he would have the same, or sorry, more health than I had. Yeah, it's quite clever.
Adam.
Yeah.
That's badly. Where are you? Where are you? Where? I can see over there. Can you do me a favour?
Yes. Oh.
Plug
Yeah.
into a Sega.
What's on my arm?
Shield. Oh.
The other arm.
A sex toy.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. That doesn't look very ergonomic.
No.
Waiting for this to come on stream now, so I can't see it yet.
Oh, another boss thing.
Oh yeah. Master Marrow, Scorcher of Bones. Choo choo. Yeah, every time my pet gets wounded, I just send it back to town rather than have it die.
So I killed all these bosses on single player. Like,
How do you send the
I didn't have
pet
how much
back
lower
to
level.
town?
Up on the D-pad, left on the D-pad, one of the two.
I'll say send focal point. There you go.
Up on the D-pad, I think.
Oh, that's right.
No, right on the D-pad is Town Portal.
Well, it worked for me. So,
Hey,
Guys, click the buttons faster.
I can press it down, or I can do more damage.
where is my train?
Behind you.
Choo choo.
Nope, I can't see my train.
It's right behind you.
I can see
Yeah.
my
It's a
train
Lagged, it's a
track.
bit lagged.
Yeah, I can see
No,
my
the
train
train's-
track, but not my train.
Yeah, we have to. I don't know, stop still to get. Oh, if you send your pet to town, it opens the town portal.
No, Town Portal is right on the D-pad. I can't see what button it is to send my pet to town because I've got my pet
Oh, crap.
sent to town.
You
Oh,
have gained a
down.
level.
Hooray! Press A to open the boss chest. Okay.
Where's your train on the stream right now? Is it just not summoned?
That's it. That bit have just bugged out.
Oh, okay.
I just got a polyhedron. Where does it equip? You cannot equip an off-time item while holding a two-handed weapon. Alright, I'll have a gun and a polyhedron then. But yeah,
Polyhedron.
what's the polyhedron?
Adam,
Really? Yeah?
I forgot about this bit. Follow me.
Hang on.
Come north a little bit. Oh, you can actually get the boss loot here.
My boss loot dropped somewhere else.
No.
Oh,
No, it did
right.
not.
Oh, I got the quest reward. Ooh. Oh. I can. Oh, but I like my current pet.
Just
I
press send home.
I shall release it. Oh, Pancho will never return. All right,
Yeah,
send
press
home.
press send home.
I see. Yes, this is the boss chest, isn't it? Oh.
Your pet has returned.
Give to pet. Yes, up on the D-pad sends your pet home. I can see it now. It's in the top left. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm trying to work out how to meet back up with you guys.
Oh, did you die or something?
No, wait, I took the town portal and then couldn't work out to get back out.
Oh.
Are we on the Den of Upheaval? Not are we?
It's next to down up people. Hold on, let me okay, so I'm where you should be. Oh god, look at that.
I'm over there,
Surely you can just
actually.
take the thing back again. But the map is terrible.
If you're in the den of upheaval, head southwest. Mostly
Upheaval?
west. Southwest west. Oh, I have a train, Zebra. Look, choo choo.
We're going back to Travail
Den of
Point.
upheaval.
If you want to get, did you get your loot from Hero's Quest or not?
I didn't.
Oh, then you should probably do that.
So, what are these legendarium things?
You pick up items and they give you legendary skills. It's in Diablo 3 you can extract a legendary skill from a yeah, it's just like that. But you don't have to extract them. You just get given them when you find it. So the next quest is go to Travail Point and talk to General Greyee.
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 I like how there's a skill that's just called build train. Yes.
I can't desummon my train though. I can just tell it to stop following me. It's got guns.
Where's the boss loot supposed to be then?
There's a tress top rightish. It's a huge, huge chest. It's enormous. It's about I've lived in houses more than that.
See the quest.
Obviously not.
Where do we go now?
That
Adam, how long does it normally take you to
So
open a
Adam, what'd you
project for
say?
the first time?
3 or 4 hours possibly.
Okay.
Well, my quest is to go back to Travail Point.
Travail Point, that's what I've got as well, but I don't know where Travail Point is.
That's where we started.
Oh.
Is my map like way bigger than yours or something? Like I'm seeing all of this with no problems.
No, it's nowhere to go. I don't know
I can see the map, I just can't see what's actually on the
But
map.
where
It's
are you,
720p.
I am outside the Den of Upheaval
Well, that's where the boss
on
was.
Edgewood Bluff.
The Den of Upheaval was where the boss was.
Right.
So if you
Inside
want,
the den.
yes.
So I should go into the den then.
Wait, hold on. Did you say Den of Upheaval? Sorry, I don't know why I said yes. You're in the Den of Upheaval.
I'm
Still.
loading now, yeah.
Yeah, no, you wanted to go to Hero's Rest.
Right.
But yeah, come back out the Den of Upheaval. Incidentally, the loading times seem to get better once it's loaded. At least on the X. Okay, so you're at Edgewood Bluff. I have to be reasonably close to see you on the map. Okay, I can see the Den of Upheaval, I can't see you.
Still loading.
There you are. Cool.
There you go.
Follow me.
Go to Edgewood Bluff.
Oh, I
My,
see Heroes West over there, yes.
yeah, my poly
Teleporting
heat.
to Edgewood Bluff.
Yes. Oh, there's a rock here that I can shoot open. See if there's any loot. I also have like a 6-shooter on my bottom right. Oh, maybe that's actually my gun. That might be a thing. Maybe not.
Okay, I'm now at the town portal, I'm just running up.
Okay, well,
That's
I'm
a
just gonna
question
remind.
mark.
I'm just gonna show Max where the chest is.
Den of Upheaval. I'm at the. Are you inside the Den of Upheaval?
We're inside Hero's
Okay.
Rest.
Okay, I'm waiting outside the Den of Upheaval.
Your inventory is full.
Oh, Adam, here's something you might have some interesting insight on. So right now in class, we're talking about like what defines a company as an indie studio. At what point does an indie studio no longer become an indie studio in your eyes?
When
Like-
it is receiving external funding. Done. End of discussion. There is
Okay.
no further discussion. You could be indie style. Well, that doesn't make you indie. Yes, here, Max.
Greek style. Greek style yogurt. Ooh, lovely. Yeah, oh. There's my town portal. Oh, hold on, wait for the Xbox to catch up. Equip a legendary item. What do you
Yeah.
mean, equip a
As-
legendary item?
As Andy pointed out, the Xbox One is 7 years old now. It is not
It
a modern
is?
It's not a modern
What?
console at all. Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
I've had my X for about 4 years.
Wait, the Xbox or an ex-girlfriend?
Way.
No, the Xbox is 20 years old.
To be fair, really surprised me at this point. But...
Yeah, Xbox One release date was 2013. 8 years old. So yeah, I think it's actually doing pretty well to run modern hardware. I'm on a much newer one, so it pisses me off it doesn't run better than it is. I also get the Pet Max. If you don't want it, just send it to home so you can grab it later. And I've teleported back to Edgewood Bluff, and I'm now heading to the Den of Upheaval because I have a quest to.
Wait, the 360 was 2005?
Yeah. You probably have a quest, Max, to head in the other direction to the west to talk to General somebody or other who will teach you how to teleport.
Nope. Den of Upheaval, Sword Den of Upheaval.
Oh,
Tutorial
okay.
Gambler, go Travel Point.
Yep, Den of Upheaval it is then. I do like the way I've got like a pair of short shorts on, but a little sort of skirt to cover up my flappy genitals.
Modesty, I think they call it.
That doesn't make any sense. You don't cover up... I know the phrase is, covering your modesty, but that doesn't make any sense. You're covering up your immodesty, surely.
Yeah.
Maybe. Cover up your embarrassing bits.
Yours might be embarrassing.
I am proud of mine. I have a whole website
I don't
dedicated
want
to
to see
them.
yours out in public. Thank you.
But, Brett, have you got a web browser open?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
God.
Well, I mean, I'm watching your stream, so yes.
Okay, go to maxidinkles.com.
Maxi Dinkles? How's that even spelled?
Oh, come on, get a clue.
Why would you go to that website? Why would you do that?
This site can't be reached. Unless
To be
I spelled it
fair,
wrong.
I did try and register Pokemon.com many years ago, but it's the Gay Texans website, so somebody had already beat me to it.
Wait, when you say beating you to it, Adam, was that a pun?
No, it's just, this was like the year 2000, because a mate of mine had kebab.com, and my God, did he make a lot of money when he sold it. I'm upgrading my train. Okay, when I hit level 5, I'll be able to get my first skill.
First skill. Wow, I've got skills already.
Yeah, I've got a skill, but I haven't got my second skill. My second skill is level 5.
Oh, yeah, same here, yeah.
Yeah. But my first skill is...
The trouble is I'm getting lots of loot and I need to spend time looking at it, I guess. I don't know.
Adam, do you know of any games that have really unfortunate names that people search for by mistake? I think one of my favourites is Valve's Artifact. So they changed the Reddit, but it's for Artifact, which used to be about artifact objects, to the game Artifact.
Seriously?
So randomly you get people come along and post like, "Hey guys, I found this cool artifact," and people be like, "No, yeah, this is the wrong subreddit for that."
No, that's...
Artifact of the game.
Yeah, it should be Artifact Game. That's really wrong.
No, I agree. But it was like a dead subreddit anyway, though. So I don't know. Is that wrong there? I don't know.
Yeah, it should still be called Artifact Game. It's not about artifacts, is it? Oh, wait, there's a spider.
It's quite amusing. I don't know. Do you know of any other things like that? I can't think of any.
Yeah, I mean, I worked on a game called Black, which is quite frankly was terrible. It was almost impossible to search for. And I pointed out, you can't search for it. If you search Black games, you'll get basically history of games in Africa and stuff like that. Like, oh, it's fine. It's like it's really not fine, though, is it? Oh, new pants.
I think what I've noticed recently is if you search for Medium game, there's a game called Medium on Oculus, which is like a drawing game, but now there's also a game called The Medium, which now supersedes it if you try and search for Medium.
Yeah.
How much crap can you put in your pet before you runs out of space?
Oh, 20. But basically, just what I do is I empty my inventory of crap I don't want to my pet, send the pet home. Don't worry about it. In multiplayer, your pet's not as important. In single player, your DPS is almost literally halved.
Is the guy at Wyoming not concerned that Eden might have that issue? Because that's quite a generic word. Eden. Right?
Too late now. Eden is this is called Eden New Dawn.
Yeah.
I played Torchlight 1 and 2. And like everybody else in the world,
Help!
I lost all my interest in anything Runic had to say when they're like, oh, this game's too complicated to go onto the Xbox 360. And then Blizzard released Diablo and everyone went, well, now you look stupid. But yes, I played... Where are you? I did play Blizzard 1 and 2. I did play Torchlight 1 and 2. I felt they were very pretty games, but were punishingly nasty to the player for no reason whatsoever. Malcolm, I don't know how to get down there.
Take the portal!
Oh, I'll take the portal. Did you just run through and leave the other things alive?
No, there was nothing alive when I
There's
went through.
loads of mobs. Spider, just literally mobs everywhere.
Maybe they're
Oh,
spawning
Left Cell
behind
have
me.
a console port.
Yes.
It does?
Really?
Yeah, so it's Kerbal Space Program.
Nah,
Do you
they're too
ever-
complicated.
If you want to play a really bad game, play the Kerbal Space Program Xbox port. I think it's embarrassing that I'm running on what was until recently the fastest console in the world, and I'm barely managing, I'm going to say 20 frames a second.
Yikes. There's a question then. What are the worst ports you've ever played?
The Transport Tycoon port is, the PlayStation 1 is the most beautiful and worst port I've ever seen in my life.
Ow.
It's absolutely gorgeous, but it's almost literally unplayable, and I do not use that lightly.
Oh dear.
Oh, Lassie's back.
Adam, I've seen the portal at the top.
Why are there so many mobs there?
Yeah.
Why are there just... Is Max just murdering piles of mobs at the arse? Yes, this is only available on Xbox Game Pass right now.
For
So,
free.
for free.
I
Yeah, well,
want
yeah,
Clive.
I can buy it, but it's got to think
Why
if
you
it
get Clive?
thinks I'm going to pay 30 quid for a game that... Oh, I've got a golden alpaca. I might swap. Lassie, return to your fort.
Is that what you got? Look at mine. I've got a little kind of dragon thing.
Oh yeah, I got one of those, but it was blue. I didn't like it. Like, I like Torchlight 1 and 2, but the idea of paying 30 odd quid for an ARPG
Yeah, no.
that might not be any good, yeah, I'm afraid those times have pretty much gone.
What, free ARPGs?
Would you pay 40 without... We have so much stuff on Game Pass. The concept of buying a game now is becoming a little, not odd, but it's got to be pretty good for me to want to actually give you money for it, as opposed to it's part of my subscription.
Kind of like leasing a car, isn't it?
Yes.
You get a really good car, don't worry about any servicing, that sort of stuff, just keep paying your money.
Ah.
On the downside, it's not technically yours.
So gaming is turned into Netflix now. Let's go.
Well, the whole thing is, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's
it's
interesting.
quite novel because
Always was, Jim.
how much if you bought a couple of games a month, you know, £30 a month, you're now paying £10 a month for all you can eat.
£30 a month?
At least.
What year are you in? So Take Two.
Well, I don't pay more than £30 for a game.
Then yeah, but So right now, Take Two are basically now pushing the we will be charging $70 to $80 for our new generation of games. It's like
Right, but there'll be that price on.
that price everywhere.
No, there'll be that price for leasing it.
No, that's my point. It becomes more attractive. But yeah, my point is 30 quid games. That's an indie game, or that's a game on sale. You want?
It's not wrong.
I got a red-nosed retriever with like stick-on
Rudolph.
antler ears. Yeah, Rudolph dog. Yeah.
I mean, I think I paid. Oh god, how much was Borderlands? 107 quid. I think it was Borderlands 3.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's astounding.
Oh, is that with DLC?
Yeah, I got the season pass, but I was
Right.
almightily pissed off because they released it for, I think it was 107. It might be 103, but 100 quid give or take. I thought the idea was I would get all of the DLC before the Steam release. So they released one piece of DLC, and then the second piece arrived exactly 1 year later on the day of the Steam release, which was on like a 40% discount. And I'm like, this was the point of me purchasing, giving you more money, was to get it first.
And then they also made a second season pass.
Yeah, that's fine. The second season pass is fine. You're allowed to add new things in.
Only the second one had a really bad reception though. Apparently, it didn't have very much stuff in it.
Well, that's still going. It did have some cool stuff though. It did. It's got the.
I've not played it, so I wouldn't.
It's awesome. It's got a battle royale mode, but a PvE battle royale mode,
Interesting.
which is cool.
Where are we?
I back to the start area. I forgot the name of it. Travail Point.
Yeah, go to Travail Passage. What? I'm here. Travail.
No, this is
Point.
Travail Point. Hold on. I've just got to. Oh, talk to.
You have finished a quest.
Okay, now.
Do you think the whole Netflix kind of model is going to be better or worse for indie developers then? Or sort of neutral?
It's really difficult to say.
Where is Trial Passage?
As a game player, I
Yeah,
find
as
it
a
hard.
player.
As a player, I find it hard to justify anything else.
Yeah.
As a developer, if I get ongoing revenue, I'm genuinely interested.
I guess the other
The interesting point about it is that it basically means that if you want to actually get money back for your game, you've got to make a good game. You can't just ship on the old shit, make people pay money, and then
Yeah.
kind of hope that they don't refund it, and it's not
But-
making a shit.
If the way it works is I pay my $5 a month to Xbox Live, and then what happens is they then split down, and then I play 2 games that month, so each of those games gets $2.50 minus Microsoft's cut. That's cool. But then that's encouraging me to start putting extra grind in my game to make it take longer.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
Now, I'm
Well,
not saying
it's-
people will, but I'm
Oh.
like, yeah, they probably will.
they will. Yeah.
I'm,
So what is the cut based on like how much people play your game while they're on the pass? Then, or-
I don't know. I would assume so.
Oh.
Otherwise, Microsoft can take a flying leap.
The problem with it is, though, Adam, is that people won't always. Some people will. Some people will be like, "Oh, I love grinding games," and some other people will just be like, "Nah, I'll go play another one."
Yeah,
I guess
but
it's really what the general majority of people want to play.
But if you're writing a game specifically designed for Game Pass, it's not difficult to just make the grind 5 times as long. You just you level up 20% slower. Done. It's one number.
Also, that kind of grind didn't stop people from playing mobile games when they added 1 billion microtransactions.
That's different
Yeah,
because they're designed to be purchased around. It's not quite the same for this. Although,
I guess.
if you've got any
yeah,
sense, you'll stick your game on Game Pass and you'll have a shit ton of DLC and cosmetics and blah 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 blah.
I guess I'm just curious if this kind of Game Pass thing would mean it's harder for your like indie game to like blow up. I guess, but obviously that's not common. That's the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
But like, would you get less money
Yeah.
if you had a Minecraft situation and it was on a
Yes.
Game Pass, or would you get? Yeah.
If your game is Among Us, you'll get less money. If your game is Valheim, you might not. Okay, I'm at Travail Passage, by the way. I'm at the entrance to
Yeah.
it. It's just all the way over to the right. But it's just all the place where we were wandering earlier when we shouldn't have been. Hard to choose. I can get a
Oh, you
shot.
just ran all the way to the right. Okay, you just ran all the way to the
I
right.
get a shield car or a shotgun car. See, one of my favourite things in Warhammer 40k was the squat train, the squat land train. So I'm very happy to get a game that gives me a squat land train.
The SWAT what?
Squat land train. Choo choo. Oh, where's my
Don't
train?
know what this is.
It was an epic scale thing. Be too big for normal Warhammer.
Oh, what the hell? I've not seen this before.
I like trains.
Do you?
That's amazing.
I do.
Taters Bridge.
Yeah. I'm just by Travail Passage.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's just come back to where Edgewood Bluff and head all the way to the right. So I'm assuming it gets harder, by the way, because we are on ridiculous difficulty. But so
It's
far,
not difficult.
not. Like, if you run Diablo and you put it on hardest difficulty, it spanks you down. And if you put it on the easiest difficulty, it's a complete walk in the park. And that's how it should be. That's how difficulties should be.
Function.
Like, everything from you can't possibly lose to you probably can't, almost definitely can't win.
Yeah.
So what are these big cannons, by the way, that just fire from the distance?
I don't know. I just shoot them every so often.
Yeah, I do too. Like, oh, cool, a cannon.
I quite enjoy games where like there's a super easy difficulty, but then on the extreme end, there's like options where you can sort of infinitely turn up the difficulty for the people that really want to try harder.
Yes.
Oh, here, yeah.
So so like some roguelikes have that thing where you have like a board of stuff. You go, I want to take 50% more damage.
Oh,
Take-
yeah, those. They're cool.
Yeah. And you have people that have like all the settings turned up to maximum and they still complete it in like 10 minutes, and you're like, what?
I don't know if there's a way to teleport to people, Max, but essentially when you finish doing your tutorial, whatnot, just go head right and then head right.
The train is quite satisfying to watch.
Respectacles? What a brilliant name.
Respectable. Oh my god.
So soon I'll hit level 5. When I hit level 5, I'll be able to mod my train. Put different carriages on.
Amazing. Wait, so how long can you make your train then?
I don't know. See, if anything's going to make me
Alright.
keep playing the game, is see how long I can make it.
I could make it bigger as well.
Well,
That's
I
what
mean, some people think it's about the width, or some people think it's about the length. But the problem
my
is,
God.
fundamentally, if it's too wide, it won't fit on the rails. I mean, we've
Yeah.
all been there.
For fuck's sake.
What? Oh, stop thinking about penises, Brett. For goodness sake.
Oh, shut up.
That's a very slow-moving fireball.
Yes, I was just thinking that.
That is a very slow moving. What the fuck? For the highest difficulty, you think they make those fireballs faster?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure we're on the highest difficulty. I kind of
Top
fail to
left.
believe it.
Top right. What's it say? What's it say for you? Does it say the same thing? Under
Level 2 to 5, ridiculous.
I like how Adam's literally just standing still shooting his pistol and he's just fine.
Yeah, but Malcolm just took 3 fireballs to the face, which kind of surprises me.
Like, you think on ridiculous difficulty, this should basically be a bullet hell, right?
Where
Yeah, you'd
are we
hope so.
going? I've lost myself.
Just head right. Just head right. Almost.
Don't have people?
No, right.
Too far.
Just head right until you can't head right any further. Then you will be at Travail Passage.
Right.
Basically, I have to run past the boss, leave my train into it, then park my train by it.
Your cat has returned. You have finished a quest.
Hooray. Oh, for heaven's sake. Now it wants us to return to town.
A new quest.
You have a new quest.
Quest
A new
complete. Quest
quest.
started. Quest complete. Quest started. No
Let's see, there's no I
chest
haven't been to
thingy
yet.
here.
Okay.
Are you at Travail Point? Travail Passage.
I don't know.
Well, it says it's got massive text.
Edgewood Bluff. Tater's Bridge?
No. Yeah, Tater's Bridge. Heads south-south-east from Tater's Bridge.
Taters.
Tater's Bridge.
Boiler, maximum stick minutes 2.
And then pretty much come here, pick up your free loot, and then we head back to town. My alpaca is... Look, watch my... If I wait, watch my alpaca. Watch, it just sort of goes, and then it will go... and then sit down. Sit down, Henry, or whatever your name was.
Arse bandits.
No, it's not Arse Bandit the llama. Alpaca. There, look. He's sitting.
I found another treasure box. You got these, I presume you've looted all these treasure boxes.
The ones I've seen.
Okay, cool.
Was there a boss
Oh, wow.
treasure at all, Malcolm?
No, I couldn't find one.
Oh, but I killed... Well, I guess maybe it wasn't a real boss. Maybe it was just a... Oh, we should probably be picking up these waypoints, shouldn't we?
Oh, now you can you? Ah, you can. Couldn't before.
Oh.
I think they unlock when you do something.
Max Realism, left 4. Max, your bow's here, but you're not. Now your name is... Now your bow and your name is here, but not you. Now your bow is wiggling. Now your bow's gone, and so's your name. And
How
there
slow
you
can
are.
you walk?
That's a wonderful... Yeah, so yeah, just head up there, Mac. We've already killed the boss. Pick up whatever loot. Pick up the waypoint. And then... Cannot cast.
That skill.
Why not? Why can't I use my town portal?
Can't do that.
There's waypoint.
Yeah, but it just says you can't use your town portal. I don't know why. But I'll use the waypoint.
So, I just decided to scroll through the Steam stats list to see if there's any new games I've not seen like coming up. I didn't realize that so apparently the Terraria mod thing is on Steam already, and I didn't even realize it. But it also has over a third of the player base on the mod launcher, as opposed to Terraria.
That's quite
That's
impressive.
a lot.
I was
Yeah, that's what I
here,
was
so
saying.
there's no loot for me, I think.
Like there's 30,000 people on Terraria and like 15,000 people on the mod loader.
Oh, we'll just teleport back here, Max. And then we have the pet
Cannot
shell.
cast.
Yeah, just use the waypoint thingy.
Finally loaded.
Collect a sack of luck seeds. Collect fertile soil. Go to the fields of unrest. Go to your fort within. That's a bit of an odd phrase to use. Oh, right. Now we've finished the tutorial. Now I can see lots of other people.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I've got a tutorial. Finish, defeat Shanks, Master of Potions.
Oh,
Is that one you just did?
that's one we just did. Okay, did you not pick up the quest? That'll be why I didn't kill it. Cool, let's just go kill him again then.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me where to go to get him.
Are you in Travail Passage? Let me teleport to the Travail
Yes.
Passage one.
Is that wise?
I don't know, I'm just teleporting here. I'm just waiting for loading. Again, design your games properly. We have loading. Design it so there is no loading.
Loading.
Or at least it's as minimal as possible.
You don't
How do you
have
avoid it.
by
How do you avoid
writing
it? I mean,
by writing your game
fundamentally,
properly.
Fundamentally, you've got to do some loading at some
Yeah,
point.
but you don't have to make me wait for it.
I'm more impressed with BlueStacks than I am with this game.
Yeah, BlueStacks is awesome. Oh, I'm in my fort. I don't want to be in my fort.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in DJR because it's fort.
Honestly, BlueStacks is kind of impressive, just in general.
Well, it's. I mean, to be fair, it's just an Android install.
Yeah, pretty much.
Edgewood.
But you can build a lot of stuff on it.
Shared stash, fort cellar. Adam, I'm in your fort cellar.
Well, I'm heading to Edgewood Bluff so I can catch up with Max to help him kill the boss.
Only the boss isn't here?
Well, you probably have to leave the area and come back.
Oh, right. I did
Or,
want to wait until he stay there.
possibly, you can't even do it in your game.
So where do I need to where are you going? Edgewood Bluff, yeah.
Yeah, I'm No, Max is in Travail Passage, isn't he?
Loading.
So Max, if you go back to Edgewood Bluff, which is attached to Trail Passage, then we'll go back in and hope the boss spawns. It might be it doesn't spawn in this game. I don't know.
Well, Adam, I've got another Tinder story for you. So, I met some person who was like 4,000 miles away or some shit. They were like China or something. And they were trying to learn English because they're planning to move to England or something. I'm like, okay, cool. They ended up sending me their phone number, and I started texting them. And it turned out they were just trying to get me to buy Bitcoin.
To buy Bitcoin?
For them.
They were trying to get me to buy some virtual currency. I think one of them was Bitcoin and one of them was some other shit. I don't know.
Yeah, so okay, so Max, I can't help you. So my Travail Passage is now my fort. So what's happened is we killed the boss, and then you get to have the fort. Then I'm in my fort. So this is where we killed the boss. So I can't join you because we're now one step further along. Is the boss there for you though?
I've got mobs, so I presume he must have respawned.
Yeah.
Although why wouldn't just give me the boss in the first place? I don't know. And I've gone, oh,
Because we hadn't left the area.
Ah, yes, okay.
A minute.
Yeah.
I've got a quest to place a pet shelter in my fort. Well,
Yes.
can I do that? Because if I teleport to the fort, it goes to yours.
I don't know. Place a pet. It does say tutorial. Place a pet shelter, but it doesn't tell you how. That's not a
Yeah, or
tutorial.
where.
That's just an instruction.
Guess I'll do this thing.
How? Just do it. Don't know how. Tell me to do the thing. I'm underground. I'm in my
Do your
fort.
shoes up. I don't know how. Do it.
I'm in your fort too.
I wonder what that funny smell was. Oh, maybe I should customize my fort.
Shared stash.
I'm nearly dead. Drink a potion, then I'm not nearly dead. How ridiculous.
Oh my lord, you can genuinely customize your fort prop limit. Do they really think anyone's going to bother doing this?
Someone will.
Yeah, 1 in 1,000 people will. That's not an efficient use of your time.
Where's
Yeah.
Tad when you need him?
Function storage, pet perch.
I don't think I can do anything because I'm only in my fort. I don't think I can actually in your fort. So I don't think I can actually do any do this
Your
tutorial.
path has returned.
Well, I'm just placing my beds and stuff. Maybe because I'm the party leader?
But where do I put my?
Hey, I'm just guessing, man. Swap pet. So I have a golden alpaca, a silver retriever, and a navy chakawari.
Chakawari.
Chakawari navy. Quest finished. Yes, I'm good at
It's not like
quests.
Snack or something. Don't you eat your chakararis at once? Yes, mother. Or don't eat too many chakararis, you'll be sick.
Apparently this is my fort. shelter. Yeah.
I'll
it's
keep
just-
running
it's just
around. This
broken.
would be better with more people. You're right.
Yes, sorry, I did. Yeah, we didn't realize there was a boss there, and then we didn't realize the boss wouldn't be there in the future. But we can't join you because where you are turns into
Well, we are.
a thing. Yeah, Malcolm, if you use the portal on the left hand side, it says area map, your fort,
Yeah.
your. Can
Clicked
you go
on it,
to?
doesn't do it.
Did you go
So
to
now
Travail? Did you go to
doing
Travail?
it now.
Did you go to Travail Passage, or did you go to your fort?
I did both, and I'm now going back to Travail's point to then try and go on the portal to then go to my fort. My fort. Right, let's go there. Let's tell it. It's porting me now, hopefully to my fort, not your fort.
I want to be level 5. Yeah, it might be because I'm the host. Because, I mean, I don't understand. GTA has already solved this. You just go, do you wish to enter your casino or somebody else's? Somebody else's.
Oh, I'm at my fort now, so I have to leave, teleport somewhere else, wait 10 minutes, then teleport back. My fort. Your fort is empty.
Oh, Adam, there's a mod for Terraria that lets you put a list of things into like a UI to tell the game to delete them when you pick them up.
Ah, that would be nice.
Perfect.
But you'd be constantly going, add that, add that, add that. Also, you would, once you've got the list completed, it'd be like bin,
Yeah.
bin, 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 bin.
Yeah, and then people usually combine it with one that lets you have infinite item stacks, so you can just have one item slot that's just stone.
Of course, every third mod completely unbalances any game. You know this. This is
Yeah,
how
pretty
people.
much.
It's how people write mods.
I don't think that necessarily unbalances it. It just makes it less tedious.
You don't think removing all the inventory limits unbalances the game? I think it does.
I mean, you just delete the items anyway. Normally, like stone. It's not like it changes anything from a gameplay standpoint there, right? I guess the only thing that it would affect is ammo, but I can't imagine it affects that.
How's it going, Matt? Did you murder it?
I did.
Awesome. Have you all got Nether Inkling? Go to the Fields of Unrest.
Yes. Also got tutorial pet shelter. Go to your
Yeah.
fort within.
Yeah, well, that might be a bit of a problem. So yeah, if you use the waypoint and teleport back to Travail Passage, that's where we are. I've also noticed it's telling me I've got a message, but it tells me I've got a gold star, a purple star, and a letter.
It says here, build a smelter in your fort to craft metal bars from metal nuggets you've gathered.
2
There's some
secs.
sort of crafting built in or something.
I don't know.
Oh, right, so it's customized fort, select storage, then general.
Yeah, except the problem is you can't go to your fort. You can only go to my fort.
Because this is multiplayer, not single player. There aren't any pets who can live here.
Yeah, you have to build your. You have to mod your fort, build some things, but yeah, you're so you're in
God.
your fort.
No, I mean,
I can't go. I can't go from my fort to your fort. I have to go to from my fort to.
You don't need
another
to.
place
You don't need to go
your
to my fort. Go to Fields of Unrest.
Okay.
Oh, you're there. Are you in Fields of Unrest, or are you still waiting for us all to control that?
Yeah, let's go in. Let's not wait for Malcolm. Slow.
Fields of Unrest. From where? How'd you get there?
You leave your
From
fort.
which-
It's just to the right.
Yeah.
Just to the right.
Yeah. Yeah. You leave. Okay. Right.
Just to the right.
leave your fort.
Well, you just
I already
walk out. You walk
Yeah, I
out your
already
fort.
teleported away because I was trying to get to your fort, so I had to sit there for 10 minutes.
With an area that small, I am concerned at these loading times.
Loading. Okay, fine. It's done.
Okay, so I've got to get a sack of luck seeds.
We've all got to get a sack of luck seeds.
Go find your lucky sack. Oh, I'm on a loading screen again.
Oh, wait, hold on. This looks a bit harder suddenly. Minion pack. 5 out of 5 alive. Legendary. 5 out of 5 alive.
Well, that seems to be that kind of game. Have fun with it.
I hope to.
Do you reckon the tutorial was just easy?
possibly.
Yeah, these things have boss levels of hell suddenly. Then again, maybe we need Malcolm here just to twink us. Also, if I was level 5, it would help, but I'm not. What? Sorry, to... So once there's another...
Oh, it died.
Not a Smurf. Smurf is the other one, isn't it?
No, smurfing is when you like make it like another account to like boost it in like ranked.
Yeah, Adam,
games.
these are difficult.
Yeah. But when I'm
Let's
level
go over
5,
to choose a
it'll be good. Okay, Max, if you just tell us where are you?
By the stairs. But,
Cool. If I stand in you, you'll get revived. So I can
Oh, I
just
see. The revive button doesn't do.
No, revive is like fuck off somewhere
Someone else
else.
revive it. But what's
Yeah.
giving me the option to press A then?
That means revive somewhere else, or revive at the beginning of the area.
It didn't do anything when I pressed it. So.
I don't know why they're called Smurfs though. I wonder where the naming comes from.
I don't
They
know.
blue and fuck old people? I don't know. That's pneumonia.
So smurfing is having a low-level account in with your matchmaking team to try and, or vice versa. Ooh, sack of luck seeds. Basically, smurfing is breaking the matchmaking by confusing
Yes.
it. Right, that's yeah.
By being
Or
overly
deliberately
good for a
spending it.
low-level account.
Ah.
Legendary pants.
So yeah, more
Worn by someone else.
less colloquially, twinking is power leveling, but I have definitely heard another term for it.
Boosting.
More colloquial than that.
Can't think of one, but I'm sure there is one.
These
I
are
was
easy to
Google-
go, Adam.
I would Google other words for twinking, but I'd be worried I come across some other stuff there.
Well, it is quite. I mean, I think it is necessary. It's maybe because they fucked up these things in games, and Borderlands, I think, is the only game that's actually tried to tackle it, where you don't need to twink, but it's nice to.
Diablo 3 you don't either, because you get what's called mentor mode. So basically someone is your mentor, and you are effectively boosted to level 60 when playing with a level 60 character. It works really well. I'm not sure they ever brought it back to the PC.
No. Well, they presumably will do in future, because people are. I mean, when Diablo 3 came out, I mean, it was a very long time ago.
It was.
I would postulate, probably incorrectly, but I would postulate that it was at the time when people
What are you guys
were
doing?
less
I'm still
keen.
fighting these mobs here.
Fighting these mobs, but fighting one of them. Go on, postulate.
Postulate that they're less likely to have gamepads and use Xbox controllers and things.
Well, no, I mean,
What's that now?
the console version of Diablo 3 was planned from the get-go. There is no way it's a coincidence you only get 6 active skills. So, but they just didn't have it ready in time. And it was a lot of work. So Diablo is not just a straightforward port. There are fundamental gameplay, camera, spawning differences. I've read some fantastic articles from them about it. Because they're like, why can't we have this on the PC? And they said, yeah, it's not that simple. We've changed the game, not just the control system.
The engine,
Yeah.
or whatever.
So fundamentally, it's like when you play GTA. If I turn on auto aim in GTA, you can't beat me. Now I am unstoppable with auto aim because it's like proper aimbot levels of auto aim. So it always says, if you're on PC, don't play with auto aim players essentially. So it's that same sort of thing. Trying to balance it is very tricky.
Yeah. Speaking of the twinking thing, it reminds me there was an MMO I used to play way back when. I can't remember what it was called, like Battle of the Immortals or some shit. It had like a master apprentice system, thing like sort of Star Warsy in a way.
Was it
where,
literally called Battle of the Immortals or some shit?
No, just that first part without the end, unfortunately. But like, the idea of their system in that was that you used it to like help out newer players, and both players would get a bonus when that player like graduates from the like apprenticeship, essentially.
That's cool.
which is
There's a treasure
interesting.
chest here.
I've just got.
Oh, gun I can't fire.
Am I level 5 yet? Oh, I've still got 800 XP to go. I need to kill more things.
More
Yes.
things.
More things.
How's the XP in this? Do you all share XP no matter where you are? Or?
Why? Let's see
I'm
what
not
level.
quite
Nah.
sure. Well, the
See
XP
what
is
level
very
Oh, 4,
well,
yeah,
stingy,
okay.
I guess. I don't know.
It does
Whoa!
seem a little bit slow, the leveling, but
Well, now I've gone through the tutorial. It's just like, die!
I don't know if you remember Dreadnought. Like Dreadnought, we just got through the first 10 levels in an hour, and then it went, and then we played one more match, and it's like I've just got 1% towards my next level.
Yeah.
So they obviously wanted you to get the rush off the leveling. They went, yeah, that's not happening. This one has this mob has a skill called Explosive End. So I'm going to assume don't get too close
When he
when
ends. When he
killing it.
finishes.
I'm never sure how to feel about leveling scaling. I remember Path of Exile, like level 1 to 40 felt so quick, and it just felt so
Yeah.
good to level up. And then you hit like this wall where it just exponentially
Yeah.
scales, and it's like, great, this now takes like an hour and a half every time I want to level.
Yeah, well, when your two options are you either run out of content very quickly, or it takes a long time to level. There's not a third
Yeah.
option. There's not a clever infinite option. Infinite leveling thing. I mean, this is why Diablo 3, you level quite quickly. That's mostly just learning the skills. Then it's all about Paragon levels and gear. But the Paragon levels do give you effectively infinite leveling, which is cool.
Yeah. I mean, I guess one solution is the Cube World on release thing, where they had essentially infinite levels, but it just scaled. I guess. I don't know how exponential that one was, though. I didn't
Cube
actually
World?
get a chance to play it too much. Yeah.
Oh, no,
Uh,
Cube World just resets it. Once you leave the first area, it resets everything.
No,
You
no,
just-
yeah, that's how it is now.
Oh.
That's what they changed that people hated. It used to be that there was no level cap, but it got like gradually harder to level.
Treasure chest here.
yeah.
So,
Uh,
theoretically, there's not a limit, but then obviously there's a soft limit in how much time people have to play.
Yeah, the auto-leveling stuff of Warcraft 3, World of Warcraft is the best and the worst thing ever. Because wherever you go, there's always mobs of a decent challenge with decent gear. Brilliant. But never at any point do you feel like you're actually progressing, because even if you go back to a start area, everything is still really hard. So it's odd.
Or
Instantly.
does it scale you to the mobs then, or something?
No, the
Or
mob
them
scale to you. The mob scale to you. So you guys, you've got your hotbar along the bottom, and on the left-hand side you have your health bubble. What have you got on the right-hand side?
I've got a mana spell ability thing, yeah.
I wonder what I've
Arrows.
got.
Well, weapon, some sort of weapon sort of thing. It's like a
I
silver
don't-
disc.
I've got
Arrows
what
down the edge
I've
of it.
got what looks like a revolver and a spanner, and it's glowing. But I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my legendary skill or something. I don't know.
It's clearly this game's version of the Soviet emblem. It's a spanner and hatchet instead of the old sickle.
No, it's the chatty gem. Chatty gem is working as intended. Oh, lots of mobs. Oh, come on, I'm still not level 5. 500 XP to go. Yeah, these are quite hard to kill, but they're not doing a lot of damage, really.
No.
Like,
It's
if
got a
I,
lot of HP.
if I stand there, it does hurt. Oh, whoopsie, let's not stand in the rocks.
Oh, we've got a legendary mob here.
We're just
I
killing
think
off
the
this
one-
pack.
I think the one kind of leveling I'm not a massive fan of is does anyone know the RuneScape combat level thing they have going on? Where it's like this stat is like a combination of your health, defense, attack, strength multiplied by like some number divided by like something else.
Yeah, Warcraft did a
Like,
similar thing.
Yeah.
It was parry plus dodge plus block.
Yeah,
plus
I
weapon
don't know
skill.
about that. It's way too hard to keep track of how far you are off leveling that.
Yeah, no, I mean, in Warcraft, I had to basically point out to people, you don't have enough parry, you have too much parry, you haven't got enough block. Like, you had to go off and do research.
Yeah.
And I don't mean just, I've looked it up on a wiki page, I mean, you have to...
Go and play around with the settings.
No, you had to, like...
Balance the stats on your gear, or balance your gear depending on the stats you require to then allow you to be an efficient tank that then would allow you to then tank raid.
Oh yeah,
bosses.
but none of it was explained in game. So in reality,
No.
what you had to do was go and read this very, very complicated thing, and then go, I don't know what to do, and find someone else who had worked out for you what the correct rate was. 73 parry points and 12 points in block, and at least a 4.1% crit chance, but no higher because there's no point. Yeah, it's awful.
And then
Well-
there's no point because those stat points could be used in other skills that make you do more damage and therefore
Yeah.
generate more aggro and blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
I mean, I had someone go, well, can I get to 100% parry? I'm like, yes, but if you get every single parry item in the game, it won't add up to 100%. Like, just put your set gear on and put the gems in, I tell you. There we go. But that's when a game gets too complicated, and it's not a good thing.
No.
I mean, this game has a lot of. I've got a lot of loot and a lot of stats, and I've not looked at any of it. I'm like, yeah, that looks bigger. That looks better.
I like the kind of thing you get with like Borderlands, where it's like, this is a gun of the same type. How many green up arrows does that have? That one.
Yes, I've got 20 health potions right now, which is the maximum, so I'm not too worried about dying. I mean, an unsurprising thing, it's not as satisfying as Diablo 3. Diablo 3's
Not
combat
satisfying
is...
at all.
Yeah, Diablo 3's combat is so good.
Oh yeah, Diablo 3's combat is good.
Whereas this is... It's fine. It's competent.
Do you like spamming buttons?
It's not... But well, yeah, but you could argue that about any game.
Yeah, but you
Di-
don't-
Diablo
there's
3 is still
basically
spamming
nothing
buttons.
to dodge. There's basically nothing to dodge. There's no
Oh.
kind of like you have
I'm
to
not
watch out for the
sure if
explosion.
it's
You have to. You just,
Oh.
There's no like kind of oh the mob's
Where
gonna
did you
explode
go?
when he dies into a load
I'm-
of other
I'm-
mobs, so you want to be ready with the AOE.
I will be heading towards the chasm in a moment, but I've just got distracted by working out what up and down on the right-hand log stick does.
Diablo is definitely one of the more satisfying ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Path of Exile has that. I think Path of Exile is more of a
Path of Exile has very satisfying mob
Like
tactics.
yeah.
And the combat is really satisfying. It's satisfying how you can customize your character so
Yeah.
much.
One
Make
of
it
my
play the way
favorites.
you want to play it.
One of my favorites in that game is I don't know how much you remember out of the game is the Flicker Strike build.
Oh yeah. The flickers. I used to go for a shadow with the dive ability or whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
Just basically dive through everything. Just basically just plays. Where the hell are you guys? Because there's a boss here hunting me, like chasing me down. I don't see anyone else.
Well, I see somewhat... well, Max is near me. I mean, we're just in Fields of Unrest.
Yeah, I'm fighting the boss that spawned basically where you guys were.
Okay, so there's are you top right?
Sure.
Well, look at that. Are you near the chasm? Are you in the chasm?
I'm not in the chasm.
I can't see you on the map. So I mean, oh no, this is just a.
But no,
I'm where we were.
Well, that doesn't help.
Ooh.
Like when we were fighting all those mobs.
I'm running back to where you were, where I last saw you, but I can't see you on the minimap.
Yeah, the minimaps doesn't work.
But I can see
Yeah.
Max on the minimap, but not you.
Yeah, only when you're in range of them.
Respectacles. Brilliant.
But,
I'm next to the chasm.
I think a lot of that Path of Exile satisfaction comes from, oh, I finally set my build up. Press button, room dies.
It's not necessarily just that though, because it's like, right, how do I want to do my scat? It's just.
True.
I think you pick how you want to play the game, and you design your character about how you want to play the game. The only problem with Path of Exile
ultimately,
you
if
have
there's-
is when you get to points which is like, that's not going to work. That's
And only 1 in 100 builds is viable at endgame, right?
well, that's
No,
the
that's-
problem with
Yeah.
it. Is you say
Yeah.
viable, it's not viable. It's what's more efficient.
Yeah, but it's like
Like,
Warcraft.
you can
like,
you can play it. You can play it as viable as you have
I
to do
mean,
this
you've
build.
got by GMO efficient speed running, or being able to do it as
Yeah.
quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Right.
there's a lot of builds in the game I think that you can get to the end game with and actually
Yeah.
like complete it, but then there's stuff that's like
The best.
someone
fastest.
has, someone has optimized this to the fullest extent that like they've taken like hundreds of
Yeah.
hours to perfect
So
it kind of thing.
that's bad game design because there are only 2 situations you'll end up in. Either you balance it around the optimal game design, which is
Right.
bad, or you balance it so it doesn't matter, which makes the whole system pointless.
Yeah, you
And
say that
so-
because it's how you want to play the game.
Yeah, but no, that's not the point. If you're talking about I'm going to be the best, I'm going to kill the hardest mobs, right? Either it does matter, in which case only the sad acts are going to be able to progress, or you balance it around the low end, which means at the sad actually you can one-shot everything. Or it doesn't actually make any difference at all, in which case it doesn't matter. So original Warcraft had this with the more complex skill trees. Like the amount of people that would raid, and I'm like, what if you just click random skills? They're like, yeah, just whatever. Have you a respec? No. All right, well, you know, you need to put points this, points that, points in the other, because it did matter. But Warcraft had a fairly simple system, really. So the lowest and the highest weren't a massive difference apart. So it didn't matter. You couldn't find a super duper advantage, because Warcraft would have been built around having the right build, or you don't get to defeat mobs.
Well, I guess for Path of Exile it doesn't matter as much because it's basically a single-player game that you can play co-op.
Yeah.
Cosmic Pants.
Because ultimately you're either doing it on your own, and you're like maybe trading with other players to get the resources you need if you have to, unless you're on an Iron Man account, in which case you can't.
Sorry, but continue to tell us how you've got no friends, please.
or you can play it like in a sort of Borderlands way with up to 3 or 4 other people. In which case, I think you can sometimes notice that difference in my build is way faster kind of thing, but it's not like...
Are we going the chasm? Or...
You certainly can in Diablo 3. My God, I mean, builds in that one are massively different. It's ridiculous.
I don't know. Do you think it matters as much in a game that's like sort of single player in that way, or?
Well, doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
There's a glowy star thing on the map here. I just want to see what that is.
I think it's a buff.
Cosmic Pants.
Have you got another character for your train yet?
Yes, I do, but it's a temporary one. It's an active skill.
Oh.
Oh, hold on. Here's the waypoint. I don't know if you guys have got your waypoint. Oh, and here's some spiders. So where did you want to go, Malcolm? Did you get your waypoint actually?
I'm just getting the waypoint now. To the chasm, which is where we're meant to be going, which is past it.
So we are. To the chasm.
I brought friends.
Is that right if I murder your friends?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I don't know about your characters, but the combat in this for me is this character's super boring.
Well, you've only got one. Well, how many skills have you got?
3, 4 if you include my auto attack, my normal attack thing.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, in Diablo, you just face rolled until you were a good 12 or 15 hours before you actually bothered to actually go, let's see what I can work out the synergies are here. You just.
But that's the thing about it, is I picked up what I enjoyed playing with, what kind of abilities I enjoyed using. Like, you got all the abilities, you get the abilities as you level up, and it goes, cool, there you go, these are different ones. You go, oh, I like using that one, and I like that one because I like playing this playstyle.
Yeah.
And you'd always end the game with completely different sets like of gear than more skills than other people would. And then some, and that's the problem I had with Diablo 3 actually, is that basically as you got higher level, the build that I enjoyed playing on the monk wasn't viable. So I was like, oh well, I better go and do what everyone else does, otherwise I can't play the game.
Do you think that all builds should be viable?
I think that if you spec up a build enough and you pick a play style and then you spec it up and you put all your abilities and all your points and all your skills in doing that kind of stuff, yes, it should be viable.
So you say there's no particular difference between playing it right and playing it wrong. That's what you're saying there. Saying it doesn't. None of the skills matter.
My point is, if you
none of the synergies matter.
If you put all the because I always look at the synergies as well. If you put all your points into like one ability, you might be really good at one thing and really shit at other.
Right, but that's not Diablo 3.
No, but yeah, I mean, I spec'd it out properly. I had all the stats and everything right, things like that, and they just basically turned around one day and went, nah, we're not going to do that anymore. And then the whole.
Oh, so you played a massively OP build and they nerfed it and you sold. Okay, got it.
No, they changed the whole dodge mechanic. And dodge, basically, the way you did that is basically, I'm going to make myself so I don't take very much damage, but I also don't do any damage, so it takes me long to kill loads of mobs, but I can tank like loads. They went, nah, we're just going to fuck dodge up.
Yeah, so it was massively unbalanced and you're abusing it and they balanced it and you're whining, yes. Yeah. That's exactly what you're doing.
Because there was one way you could do...
No, I disagree. You literally are. As opposed to people who are going like things like Demon Hunters where they've got loads and loads of damage, they don't have to get in the fight, they just stand back and kill everything faster than I would normally.
Yeah, they're the build where you gained life back or something from something or other, didn't they?
Yeah, everyone had that. It was literally a passive, it was ability in the game.
Yeah. But I mean, when I played Diablo 2 initially, I went with a corpse explosion build. And they massively nerfed it. They insanely nerfed it. And I actually just stopped playing at that point because they didn't offer a free respec along with the nerf. So you're like, well, I don't know, I'm just not going to play because I'd put 40 points into Corpse Explosion, which was then doing 1/10 of the damage it was doing before. I say I actually really like the train mechanic in this because essentially I can put damage down along the way. That's actually really unusual.
It looks interesting. It looks interesting in comparison to this.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, Diablo 3 is the only game I have ever played where I would play a melee character because normally I hate it. Oh, these things hurt.
I tend to like melee characters, but usually when it's the ones that can jump around and teleport and shit, because then it's a bit more bearable.
I usually play the agile ones. That's why I'm playing a monk, and then basically it turned out the monks are actually just good for tanking. They don't do damage. Oh, well, I don't like playing a monk because I don't really want to tank.
Yeah, that's why I like the Flicker Strike build. I was like, hey, I'll just press and hold this button and it'll clear the room for me.
If you take Terraria's sort of viewpoint,
do you Pathfinder 1 Chaos Inoculation was the meta?
Right, don't talk over Max. Say that again, Max.
Sorry.
Take Terraria's what?
Take Terraria's viewpoint of different mobs all sort of summoned to do the fighting for you. They don't have to do any fighting at all.
Yeah.
Max is so quiet.
I did turn the game down.
Yeah, that's something that's something I actually miss from Diablo 3. There's no summoning setup.
There we go. How's that?
A bit of a shame.
It's a bit better.
You can turn it more. I'll tell you that's less than half.
Oh yeah, is Marie feeling better, Max?
Yeah, she had something stuck in her throat.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, there was a similar kind of thing in Pathfinder I got nerfed a while back when I used to play. That was like a passive on the skill tree that would just turn all of your health except for 1 into shield and make you immune to something called chaos damage. And then you just use the spell that just apply chaos damage to you over time to give you a buff. And then that buff would let you infinitely use essentially a blink strike ability. So you just press and hold the blink strike and teleport around the entire room.
I played Shadow like that, where basically what I did is I changed all of my health to dodge became shield.
Yes.
And your shield, basically your health regen became mana regen, which is then your shield regen. And I played like that, and your lifesteal then also becomes shield regen.
Yeah.
So basically, you're taking damage. You're damaging your shield, which is renewable as opposed to your health. That's how I played it. I really enjoyed that because you can do stuff like that.
Yeah. So this is the thing about balancing. With most MMO multiplayer games, everything's recorded. They record the average DPS of any particular build. The total damage done. So they're not just blindly going, oh man, this doesn't feel right. It's always based on data. So if you were I don't know, say you're building a particular monk build. What they're finding is that all those monks are destroying the ladder, and it's always a monk using this thing, and it's just not balanced. Now you can't balance upwards forever because if you go right, okay, so that monk build is too powerful. Well, we'll buff the other monk builds to match. Cool. Now the monk's more powerful. Then you have to balance all the other characters up. But my point is, if you do the smallest nerf, my God, do people get pissed?
But here's the point at the end of it, though. It's at the end of it. Whose fault is it?
No one's, because you're dealing with a game that is of almost impossible complexity to predetermine.
I disagree and say that if it's either somewhere between no one's and both parties. So as an example, if you turn around and, as you said, you basically say, well, we've nerfed it, but you're not getting any refund for it, you've got to deal with it yourself. Well, then that's basically fucked over the player. And if you basically don't nerf it, then you're fucking over, to be honest, well, the devs are going to be unhappy with it, because people are going to go, oh, well, I have to play this build.
Well, it's not that. I mean, they're storming through the content quicker than they are, and it also means that if they don't stop this, one build becomes the only possible build.
Dominant build.
Yeah. And at that point, you've just removed all the player agency.
And that's totally, I understand that. I completely get it. My point is, as an example, if they're going to do that, they basically go, sorry guys, actually we fucked up and it's not balanced properly, so we're going to refund this, but we're also going to fix it.
Yeah. I mean, it should be refunded if it's causing you a fault which isn't causing you a problem which isn't your fault.
Yeah.
I think that's got your point. It should be refunding.
A lot of games don't do. That's the point. A lot of games don't do that.
Warcraft does.
How did they do that? Was it just free then? Did they make it free later on? I don't remember ever having to pay to respec. Or was it just like super cheap at some point?
Now they went through a whole bunch of different methods. So initially, it was free. It was free to respec until you hit level cap, and then they had a system where you had to kill elite mobs and build up a stacking buff in order to get better loot. And then they changed it again, And yeah, they went through a whole bunch of different
yeah.
things. Basically, it meant that you could change spec whenever you wanted. So
I kept all those the artifacts that they produced for them as well. Still got
Yes.
some.
But yeah, you could always respec, but you couldn't respec, just before a boss fight or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. Or no, it wasn't. You couldn't. Yeah, no, I think you're right.
It was more or less you could respec at any point, but it reset a stacking debuff. A buff. Sorry.
I think Half-Vexed did that quite well, the respec stuff, because like in terms of when they nerf something, it's like, from what I recall,
Yeah,
they give you like a month or 2 month window if you did that build to have an optional respec if you want it.
Yeah, Path of Exile well known for being generous with its respecs.
Yeah.
The Path of Exile was really generous with its respecs if they rechanged it from the ground up. If you pick something, you would have to use a skill reset gem thing, whatever it is, to go back. To put that skill point back.
Right.
I like the revive mechanic in this.
What does it do? Does he have to
I
stand
just
there?
I just have to stand there, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. I have to stand there for a few seconds. I do, and I like the train mechanic. Combat. My main problem is really the frame rate.
It doesn't seem
mine,
amazing.
it's graphics. Graphics on mine looks pretty damn terrible, but that's 720p, it's potentially screaming. I don't know, but
Yeah.
But
the combat's diabolically bad.
I like that the gold sort of flies towards you like you've got
Yeah.
a big magnet.
I think the combat's it's
Even though it's
perfect.
not magnetic.
It's acceptable. It's standard. There's nothing. I mean, I'm a bit disappointed I can't dodge on the right analog stick, but there are good technical reasons not to allow dodges like that. So I'm not surprised they haven't gone with it.
It's just not very interesting.
But, Adam, on the balancing conversation, so if you were to balance a game, do you tend to, if you need to change something post-release, would you buff something, or nerf something, or would you like try and, or do you have something that's like a baseline normally and say this is like the average?
I said if you do any buff whatsoever, people go yay. If you nerf something, even something people aren't using, they bitch like anything. And I'm like, sometimes I'm going, it's not just that I've nerfed it. It's because it's massively broken. It's 10 times better than anything else. And I still get people bitching about the fact they can no longer build smelters anywhere they want. Smelters have to be built in a well-ventilated area. Because they were basically exploits based around building smelters miles underground. So you could skip all of the logistics part of the game and just literally build it straight there. Oh.
Yeah, I think it's reasonable because it's like an exploit kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I just say because one guy did it, and I went, "Oh right, you're whining about the exploit I fixed literally 3 years ago." Oh yeah, but that's how I played it. I'm like, you don't understand. I can let you play it like that, but then I need to basically buff everything else, or I need to rebalance the game around this singular play style, which means the game's going to get, let's say this particular play style is 10 times more efficient. I have to slow the rest of the game down by 10 times to keep it in spec. Oh, but I want to do it. Yeah, okay, I get that, but that's not how it works.
Yeah, this is why I quite enjoy like the design philosophy of some MOBA stuff, like Dota, and I don't know about League. I've not followed theirs as much, but like they tend to go like they look at like all the stats and stuff and go, hey, so all these characters in the pro scene have I don't know somewhere between 47 and 53% win rate. Let's try and get them as close to 50% as possible. And they do a pretty good job of that, given that every single character has like 200 different potential builds that you could try and do, and some of which people don't even know they exist, and sometimes people just realise, oh, well, this is broken.
One of the Warcraft balance team went a record saying that when the mages are complaining the rogues are unbalanced, and the rogues are complaining the paladins are unbalanced, the paladins are complaining the mages are unbalanced, you know you've got the balance right. Everyone always thinks they're the crap class, and they're... Oh, that's not a natural railway line. That's not right.
It was basically that the mages. Well, that's really not. The mages would really screw over the pallies. But the mages also get absolutely screwed over by the warlocks, and the warlocks get screwed over by the rogues.
Yeah.
And the rogues get absolutely screwed over by the pallies. It's that simple. It's the circle of death, and that's exactly what you mean. When they've done that, perfect, fine.
Yeah, it's making sure it's not disproportionately more one of the three than the other two.
Yeah.
No, what it means is that as an example, you could look at that person and say, I can kill them. That class is less, is inferior to my class. I'm going to fight them. Oh no, I'm being attacked by someone who's superior to me. Run away.
No, I'm by someone who's superior to me. Try and fight, get killed, and then whine on the forums.
Yeah, well, that's how bad.
No, because that's one of those things. I mean, in a realistic situation, or realistic environment, you don't know how you're squaring up against them, apart from things you can. Oh shit. Apart from things you can sort of quantitatively sort of say, he's bigger than me, therefore he's going to punch harder. Things like that. You can't go. He's got better stats than me. How do you know what stats he's got?
Well, in Warcraft,
It's
because
not
you
bad
could
stats,
look
like
at his
abilities.
you could look at his shield, his shoulders. If he's got impressive shoulders, he's got PvP going. You probably want to say the hell away. It was a brilliant design decision. You didn't get your first shoulders to level 18, and all of the best shoulders were PvP based. So if you saw certain gets of gear, the idea was you could tell from their silhouette if they had got good shoulders.
Good gear.
No, good shoulder. Well, good, yeah. But you could tell just from their silhouette if they had good shoulders on. If they're good shoulders, you'd be like, yeah, I don't want to mess with them.
And then they allowed
Got some
transmog.
really nice shoulders.
And then they had transmogs, completely ruining it, yeah. Because I got the thing, I'm like, oh, that warrior's in tier 2. Wait a moment.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about transmog style stuff.
It's
'cause
awful. Such a bad idea.
On the one hand, there's the loss of that, but on the other hand, the customization's quite nice. So
I
I
think,
don't know.
to be fair, it was quite nice. I like the transmog stuff because I spent ages getting a really a good bit of gear, and you're like, oh, I've got to throw the look away as well as the equipment. Not that you actually spent that much time looking at your character because it was so damn small and screen.
Whoa, mimic!
I remember seeing on YouTube or whatever, people would do transmog competitions in WoW or something, wouldn't they? And
Yeah.
they
I think
Yeah.
it's actually officially in WoW now.
yeah, it's like a flex competition about who's got the fanciest
Wait,
transmog.
did you say everything's in WoW now? They've got player housing? Oh, no, they haven't.
No, I said that thing's in WoW now.
So I thought you said everything's in WoW. It's like,
No.
they've managed
That
nearly
thing,
everything.
yeah.
Hold on, I've leveled up, that means I can get myself another active
I'm
skill.
actually thinking of now you've made
Why is
mention
the
now,
level only
they haven't
1,000
player
now this
housing
time?
yet.
No,
They've done something weird, haven't they? You leveled to 6.
I am, yeah.
It's only 1,000 XP to go from 5 to 6, but it's 2,000
yeah.
to go from 4 to 5.
And it's 6 to 7's 1,000 as well. Interesting.
Nearly level 6, to be honest.
Weird. Maybe they do something
You're
strange
6,
every
are
10
you,
levels.
really?
probably.
Oh, man's ahead.
Adam's got ahead. Please
Uh,
keep
level
generously.
6.
Okay, in the UK, you are more likely to die walking 500 miles than you are of homicide. What?
Homicide.
Homicide.
So you're more
Homicide.
you're more likely to die percentage-wise for every 500 miles you walk, not from walking 500 miles.
And now,
in one sitting. Oh, and when I say sitting,
Choo
Help,
choo.
potato.
I have a little shield on my train. I've got a
Weapon.
I've got a mortar on it.
Uh,
So I still haven't quite worked out some. Yeah.
is my character wearing a KKK hat? Like,
no.
Yeah. Turn around. No. Zoom in with the right analog stick.
okay.
So this is one of
I
my.
want to zoom and it looks terrible.
Yeah, this is one of my worries about Eden. There's nothing wrong with the combat in this game. It's competent, it's professionally done, it looks nice, the sound's nice, it's well balanced.
It's not fun.
But that's that's really not fair. But my point is, it's nothing spectacular. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's competently done. It's professionally done. But it's not like when Diablo 3, we're like, hey, I'm just I feel really satisfied about the combat. And this is my worry about
Yeah.
Eden. Like,
But to be fair though, you have got this on the hardest
yeah,
no,
difficulty.
but I'm
but-
still just hitting literally the same button over and over again that I was in the basically the first
Yeah.
level. First
Yeah,
first one.
even pressing the same button, if you make it feel good, can still
Yeah.
be fine. Like
There's nothing tactical about what I'm doing. And
I
that's
guess.
what Diablo gets right. Is everything in a lot of stuff in Diablo. You
Not-
use the abilities that are best for that situation.
not at this point in the game. Not after an hour of playing. Remember, Diablo takes about, well, originally 24 hours or so to hit level cap.
Thank you.
I guess what my point is like I could play something like Warframe. I don't know if anyone has played that, but that game is
yeah.
just,
Those are
it's just
grind
like
fest.
it's extremely grindy. But just playing it just randomly, it's quite satisfying because you just sort of run through, slash, parts cuts in half.
Slide,
It's
bounce.
very like it feels very clean to
Space
play.
Ninjas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas-
there's a lot of mobs. Yeah.
With this, I mean, to be fair, in Diablo 3, and I'll be perfect, fair, there is one character with one skill where you can damage whilst moving. Every other skill is stand still. But I am just standing still doing stuff, and I'm like, I kind of want to twin stick this. I think I would enjoy a twin stick
Yes.
ARPG, like Nomancer, basically.
But the interface like what was it? What was that another zombie defense game? That one where you basically run around with both the twin stick.
There's quite a lot of those. You mean
That's
Crimson
called
Land?
Crimson Land, yeah. But
I've-
there's another
oh,
one called
the-
another zombie defense game.
The newest
That was the name of
the
it.
newest Crimson Land is out, by the way. It's called Tesla Force, and it's freaking awesome.
Oh,
Xbox
Sport
only,
mode
I'm
played
afraid.
together.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. 'Cause
Xbox
sometimes,
only.
because sometimes like you play games like these, and it's
And what am I
like
playing on right this second?
Oh yeah, but you'd have to buy it. I mean, I've got it. It's pretty good. I've played it a bit, and it's got some great features. It's kind of roguelike stuff mixed up with Crimson Land stuff, but it's like, oh, this is rather good.
so sometimes you play games like these though, and it like feels bad. It feels kind of bad because
there's- boss chest. Go on, carry on.
because like it doesn't feel like it's badly made or anything. It just feels like something's missing, but you don't know what it is. Kind
Yeah,
of.
it's just a bit by the numbers.
Yeah.
it's-
It's just a resounding eh.
The thing is, I'd say this has been done a dozen times. So, Path of Exile, Diablo, Grim Dawn,
Titan
Titanfall.
Quest.
Right, now name another one.
Titanfall?
No. What?
You said Titanfall.
Titan Quest.
Yeah,
Fighting Quest.
that's why I was confused. That's why I went Titanfall. Yeah, Titan Quest. Name some more.
Yeah.
What ARPGs?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're on today.
I've played. No,
It's
I
a-
have played a
Ultra
couple. Of
Online.
them. None of them were popular.
What?
Though. I've played a couple.
ARPG. This is my point. They are a massively
Get Medieval. Is that the one I'm talking
That's a
about? Or
Gauntlet
Medieval?
clone. Medieval was a PlayStation platformer. Get Medieval is a Gauntlet clone,
Yeah.
and it's back here, by the way, and then north, I think. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is my point. At the same time, I'm saying this just feels very pedestrian and done before, and it is not a very highly subscribed genre. We should probably go back to Grim Dawn at some point because it is by the Titan Quest people, and it's just a bit rubbish.
I think I own that game, but I've never actually played it. Oh, there was another one which was. Oh, there was one that was meant to be really popular. It was beta, and I don't know what it's called. God damn it.
Great.
Is Bastion an ARPG, or is that more roguelike-y?
I would say it is. Yeah. No, you don't have the whole gear thing though.
No.
Well, that is not an ARPG.
Yeah, it's basically the same game but without the gear.
What's the A for?
Action.
Action.
Ah.
It's very vague. ARPG is very vague, to be honest.
Yeah, it's really
Don't
vague.
Yeah, or arcadey if you want to narrow it down a bit. It
Yeah.
basically just means it's a bit more run and gun, a bit more real time.
I kind of hate some of those terms, to be honest. Like ARPG and like MOBAs are horrendous. Multiplayer online
Yeah.
battle arena could apply to Call of Duty through to like Assassin's Creed multiplayers. I don't know. Like,
Do you know?
it's bollocks.
Well,
Or like-
it's not. So that's actually quite interesting. So so first of all, ARPG is different. That's Diablo. That's to differentiate it from line dancing combat a la Final Fantasy. The reason it's called MOBA. So you know, I did a whack and great Minecraft clone, and I got called a Minecraft clone. Because I didn't have much marketing money, I wasn't allowed to invent a new fucking genre. Because that's what they did. They went, it's not a Dota clone, it's a MOBA. Sorry, Dota, it was Defensive Action.
so-
It's a MOBA. It's like, you've just invented a new genre. What is it? Oh, it's basically, Dota clones.
I think my favourite one from this is that there was another term that's been thrown around at one point. I think it was ass faggots, which is Aeon of Strife style Fortress Assault game going on two sides.
Say that again. What's it stand for? I
Ass
got ass faggots, yes.
I said Aeon of Strife style Fortress Assault game going on two sides.
Brilliant. Now, that's what we call a backronym.
Yeah. Well, no, that came before the MOBA thing. That was the time people were actually using it. One.
Oh yeah, no. So when you've got The first episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. goes, it stands for the Strategic Homeland Intervention and Logistics Division. What does that tell you? It's like someone really wanted it to say S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh yeah, they definitely, yeah. But I mean, it's a pretty accurate description, to be fair. The actual like extension of it, but
yeah, but see, that's what happened. They literally just put a load of money into marketing to say we've invented a new genre. We're the second person in the genre. I'm like, how come I get called a clone? There's hundreds of Minecraft clones, and the thing is about most of them, they're not clones. They're just games with blocks in them.
yeah, it's like this has pixel art blocks. Must be Minecraft.
Yeah.
It's like what? No, that's not how this works.
Oh.
They didn't create that.
Scrawny died. Blame Netherling. So one of my complaints about Torchlight 1 and 2 is that it was brutally mean. Not hard necessarily, but when you did die, it was like you can respawn at the beginning of this area and lose all your gold, or respawn at the beginning of the last area and lose half your gold, or respawn back in town, but you have to run for 10 minutes and lose nothing. And you're like, oh, come on.
I quite like that Path of Exiles one for that, because you die and you just respawn essentially like a short distance from where you were and you lose a little bit of XP. It's like, cool, keep going.
Let's go left first because there's a boss icon to the right.
So I'm stuck on Steam trying to find this game. It's going to annoy me.
So I have got Hellgate, by the way. So Hellgate has been remade. Hellgate was a fantastic
Bosses come and found us, by the way,
first-person ARPG. Absolutely superb.
Oh yeah, it was good. Yeah.
And I've got
Bosses
access to the remake.
I think I might as well.
I will sort that out at some point in the future.
So out of curiosity, I just googled ARPG games and it went Minecraft. I'm like, what?
This is what always annoys me. Terraria is considered one of the best Minecraft clones. Like, how the fuck is that a Minecraft clone?
It's not. Yeah.
It's not at all. It doesn't even play like Minecraft, let alone look like it.
Literally the only thing, the only
It's always compared to it, isn't it?
the similarities start and stop at it being pixel art and having to punch a tree at the start of the game.
Well, it's got blocks and you have to craft.
Yeah.
I got you, Max.
Thank you.
Yeah, you said that about a lot of games though. So,
To be fair, prior to Minecraft, there really weren't very many of them. Damn it, sorry.
well, Terraria's ones aren't even like they're only blocks because it's pixel art, right? Not because it's necessarily.
I'm well aware it's not a Minecraft clone. That's not the point. Terraria is considered one of the best Minecraft clones because it isn't very much like Minecraft. And like, well, then it's not a clone. It's not. Well, it might be inspired by it, but I'm not very impressed with the shield, by the way, that I get on my train. It's a bit small.
Wait, there's a shield with it? I haven't even see it.
Yeah, I've got a
Oh,
mortar.
that
I've got a little mortar and a shield.
That's
Go over
so
here.
small.
What's this Stone Guardian we're killing? What's he guarding?
You know, stone. He guards stone.
Oh,
Keep
okay.
Well, I mean,
And why
Fortress
do we
Craft
want this
game's a
stone?
logistics game. Well, that he's got a lot of gems in him.
I want to ride the train.
You must be this
Yeah,
slow.
I like trains.
logistics-based ARPG. Let's go.
La Barb. But yeah, I think my problem with this is there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not very inspiring.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
better than the other stuff that's there already, I guess.
Well, you say that. What are my options? Path of Exile, Diablo 3. Great.
Would you consider those better or worse than this?
Doesn't matter. Those are my only options. I've only got 2 other options.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like more options are better than nothing, but in the same way, if you want to, I still think both those other games do most stuff, if not everything, better than this.
The
one
Path
does.
of Exile is free, isn't it?
Yes.
Let me just, while we're doing this. It's so weird playing on my Xbox downstairs.
Oh, Adam, I
Wait,
now
wait.
have a
Wait.
two-handed toy maker's.
You can't trade.
Wait, were you checking about Path of Exile?
Yeah,
I'm
I can use
curious.
it. It's mine.
Damn it, how do I... My game's...
But
Why?
I guess you could say the same thing about like the MOBA genre, though, right? Like, what MOBA would you play that isn't like? I guess you could play Heroes of the Storm, but past that, it's like Dota and League, right? Maybe Smite at a push.
I don't know if you remember, Malcolm. I believe it was you that backed Path of Exile on Kickstarter,
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
and you gave me your second key.
Oh.
You've got
Yeah.
Xbox.
This is the thing. I'm
Take out a
curious
lot.
because quite frankly, a lot of PC game conversions to console are piss poor. But notice on on a console, I can tab out, download something, tab back in. It's it's very good.
I'm curious how good that port is of Path of Exile, because it feels like a very PC game. But...
Yeah, probably it's terrible. This is a game designed with consoles in mind, which is a very sensible idea, because there's a lot more consoles out than there are PCs. Gaming PCs.
If you can buy the bloody things.
Well, you can get Xbox S's, but not X's. But yeah, I mean, this is all right. This is the thing. I couldn't say there's anything wrong with it particularly. Just that there's nothing like what Titan Quest is beautiful. It's still like just a wonderful place to wander around in. I really love it.
Is this kind of what your concern even might be?
Yeah.
It's Torchlight.
So the problem with Torchlight so far, so Malcolm, so can you describe any area we've been in that sticks out even a little bit visually?
No.
Like I'm in a dungeon.
To be honest, the cave, if anything, that's
but it's just a cave.
Like everything else is just woodland.
This looks like the caves in Dungeon Siege.
Yeah, cave. I mean, when you say stick out, you mean stick out unique to this game?
Well, yeah, but like if you think back to Diablo, what level 1, whatever. But like the fourth act, set in heaven when the demons are attacking it, it's superb.
Everything about that is gorgeous.
Whereas this is like
fantastically aesthetically pleasing, and combat's good fun. Storytelling is fantastic. The voice acting is great. Yeah,
cutscenes are atrocious.
I love the cutscenes.
The non-rendered cutscenes.
I love them.
Where the characters stand still and just wiggle while they talk.
Oh, that one. No, okay, fine.
So I only really have Path of Exile to compare to here, and I don't know the lore of it that well. I just remember the levels were quite distinctly different, because you go from like a beach to like a swamp to like eventually you end up in like some city, and there's this giant some weird ass shit attacking you. Yeah.
Chaldeum. I actually liked that so much I set it on my desktop for a while.
Which Chaldeum is what?
Wait, what?
It's the city in the sand. City in the desert.
Oh, do you mean?
City.
Wait, is that Diablo 2? Sorry, or
No, 3.
3.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they released some sort of art for it before the game came out. I was like,
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm gonna have that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah, I remember the area. Sorry, it's been a while.
It has this sort of
with the kind of evil summoning magey things.
it had the water sort of fall in the midair. I'm like, that's cool. I want to cast
yeah.
my desktop.
Oh, how am I getting macro blocking all the way across the? I'm on land, for heaven's sake. But technically,
I'm looking forward to Diablo 4.
The streaming stuff works great. I mean, I'm pleased about that. I mean, yes, I understand that the quality's a bit chunky, but it's awesome that you can do it, even if we're not quite there yet. But were you experiencing any lag of anything, or was it playable, just a bit blurry?
There was no lag at all. It was playable. The graphics quality was shit. But
because of the 720.
It was something to do with that, and also, I mean, the graphics of the game don't look that great anyway.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If this was running at 60, I think it'd feel a lot more satisfying.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any real excuse for it not to.
But like, to be brutally honest, if we never went back and played that again, I'd be fine with that.
Well, hold on, let me look at my skills. Do I get? Oh, you see, at level 10, I might get a longer train.
What happened here? Your train's sort of derailed. The bit of your train's not left over abandoned.
Your character looks interesting.
Well, boss chest, lovely.
But yeah,
Are you just wearing nothing on your legs and like a flap? Is that what that is?
I'm wearing sexy leather boots, a big leaf of my crotch, a big leaf of my arse, and short leather shorts.
And a silver helmet and a gold chest plate.
Short shorts.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah,
stream
right.
to see if it's any better than what I was playing.
I could have made the stream look a bit better.
Your stream looks so much nicer than what I was playing. That's ridiculous.
Yes, well, that's the thing.
Bad, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, the quality's fine. The quality's all right. But it's quite surprising, really, that we still don't have 1080p streaming from Xbox. Especially considering you pay for it. Like, that's the free tier on Stadia, for heaven's sake, is better than that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Diablo 4. Diablo 4, I'm kind of expecting to be the best of Diablo 3 and the best of Path of Exile together.
Yeah, that's what I thought about Dawn of War 3 until they released it.
To be honest, knowing like Battle.net, Blizzard's release history of games, I've got a lot of faith in them and making it really good. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Blizzard have gone wrong anywhere. This is what got me about Diablo Immortal. People are like, oh, we're doing a mobile game, it's going to be shit. I'm like, they just did a Magic the Gathering clone. They just did a Team Fortress clone. They've just done a League of Legends, a Dota clone. Like, they've knocked all of these out of the park and they've been amazing. And you don't think they can also do this in the mobile ARPG genre?
I think that's the big problem, is that people basically it wasn't that people didn't think it was going to be a good game. It's
They
just
thought
that
they were
it's
getting
not what
Diablo
they
4.
wanted.
Yeah, they wanted Diablo 4 and they
wanted
were
it.
sulking.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yes,
but we're not.
that's exactly it.
Yeah, and they said, well, we're doing Diablo 4, but like, we're just not ready to talk about that yet. Sorry. Like,
the only one I argue sort of like gradually flopped was Heroes of the Storm. That game sort of died off quite a lot.
I think it's fair to say
Heroes
it
of the
didn't make as
Storm,
much money as they wanted.
No.
Heroes of the Storm's a great game. It depends what you like from your MOBAs. Now, I've played League of Legends a lot. I've played Dota 2, and it's fine. I just don't enjoy it as much as League of Legends, and I enjoy Heroes of the Storm much more than League of Legends.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy playing Heroes of the Storm with like some friends, but I don't think I'd ever play it on my own. Like ever.
Heroes of the Storm is the only one I probably would play on my own. I'd play League of Legends
Really?
really
Are there many team-based games that you would happily play with randoms, Brett?
Honestly, some.
Well, honestly,
honestly,
I would choose none. I mean, the biggest fall down of Overwatch was people were scared to talk English if their English wasn't their first language, or some people were completely the opposite, and they were like, "Oh, you have to play this game just like this," and you're sort of quite toxic.
That's why.
And that made me quite toxic, because then I was like, "Well, I'm not playing it right, and you're not playing it right," and
yeah. Unless they are Hispanic, in which case they won't say anything, but you can hear Spanish or possibly Mexican or Portuguese shouting in the background.
TV.
And no, it's family members shouting in the back. I've never worked it out. Like I don't have a racist
shouting. That's just how they talk.
No, I don't have a racist bone in my body, I promise. But like this happened again and again and again. I'm like, I don't understand. I genuinely don't. Like I was like, are Mexicans not allowed to mute their microphones? Is it a religious thing? I don't get it.
I sort of had the same thing for like some Asian areas and like Filipinos, where like you can almost always hear like an internet cafe behind them.
Yes.
They wouldn't talk.
But that's when you have a closed mic.
Yeah.
No, I enjoy co-op games much more than single player games, to the point where I basically don't play single player games.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why, as an example, I'm really enjoying Deep Rock Galactic now, because you log in a game, it's always basically 4 people, and even if you're on your own, it's like, oh, there's no one else playing this game time. Okay, well, I'll load it up. People will join you really quickly.
Yeah.
And I was playing a game a couple of days ago, must have been Tuesday or something like that, and first one I actually saw where there were 2 other Americans in there. They were on voice chat on the Xbox. They were both playing the Xbox, and like we actually played it properly team based. You know, it's really with my friends, it's really good. And you kind of get that from CS:GO as well. Once you get high enough in competitive in CS:GO, people start talking, and honestly they realise that like being friendly and being helpful to their teammates is better for them than being an arsehole.
Yeah.
And other games like Heroes of the Storm, competitive ones, are like that as well.
Well, it's the same with Battlegrounds.
That's why I kind of like those ones.
They're super friendly until you start losing, and then suddenly everyone will just start screaming at you. No. You know,
Oh yeah.
I think the one thing with Heroes of the Storm there is the competitive audience for that one's a lot smaller, partly because they killed off the competitive scene of that game.
Yeah.
Like they just cancelled the World Championship at one point completely randomly.
I would not call Heroes of the Storm. I wouldn't play Heroes of the Storm thinking it's a competitive game.
No.
I don't think it's designed for that. Like that, leave that to.
Well, it was.
Dota.
It was definitely designed for it. Whether it succeeded or not.
No, the problem they had with it is because they added so many different game types, objective modes, map, things like that, which is actually I love. I think that's one of the best things about it, is you're not playing the same map over and over and over again like the other modes. But in the same way, it makes it more difficult per side. Like there are some maps where you look at it, it flips them around. You play the one, play the other side every so often. But it's when you play like League of Legends, and it's the same game, but just different characters
Yeah.
and different things over and over and over
Well,
again. Whereas,
This is what I was saying about the problem with esports. You don't get like a different game mode for chess. There's only one. Get good at that one. It's not
Yeah.
as fun as playing a bunch of different games, but that makes it a sport.
yeah.
Um,
But that CS:GO is so simple because they literally all the weapons and everything like that is basically the same. It's pretty much exactly the same. It's the levels that change.
Yeah.
Like you can change your
and even
skin of your
then-
character, but it's the same. It's the same character. It's
I
just a different skin on it.
Even the levels at this point, Valve refuses to add anymore because there's always uproar when people they added a new map to the rotation because they've had like Dust 2 for like 20 years or whatever the fuck it's been out for.
But you can vote maps. You can vote off maps and just say, "Well, I can play that one." It's
Yeah.
Allow them to do that. It's just
The funniest part of that though is like they always vote off the newest maps though.
Yeah, everyone does. Yeah, because people don't know it. They don't
Yeah.
play it as much, and they're slightly to it. If you're one guy who's played it all the time, and they're going to be able to. Probably
I'm-
Well, I'm feeling a bit cream crackers, so I'm going to call it a night there.
That's fine. I'm actually going to play Diablo 3 in a second because I just want to A/B it. I've just noticed there's no camera shake as well. No movement, no wobble,
Oh yeah.
nothing. And I
There's a little
genuinely...
bit.
There isn't. There's nothing.
No, there is a little bit. There's a tactical thing. Your camera did judge it down a little bit.
Yeah, the camera does seem very stuck to the player.
Well, yeah. But I'll run... Oop, it's froze up.
Well,
But-
I guess what? Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I don't think it's very well optimized. I think running at double the frame rate would genuinely make this feel better.
You can say that about any game though, right?
Yeah, but this game is not particularly visually demanding. I don't know what their excuse is.
That's fair.
What's
So,
tomorrow? I've forgotten. Oh, it's Friday. Oh shit, I've got to stream all day.
Tomorrow is
GTA. Yeah.
So Adam, how much have you played Path of Exile then?
Don't know. I'd have to look up. I haven't played it in, oh god, I don't know, a very long time.
oh, how much have I played it?
Like Path of Exile, it's so ironic because I loved Diablo 3. I loved it. I don't really. Every time I've gone back to it, I've just gone. Ugh. I don't know why. Like,
It's, to be fair, it's not sensible to expect a game to have unique and interesting and varied content for 500 hours. The leveling experience in Diablo 3 was awesome. It was absolutely superb. But after a long enough time, you're like, okay, I've seen it all.
yeah.
I don't feel like I've run out of like Terraria, for example. I've got like a good 600 hours on that, and I still haven't even tried a lot of the mods yet. So I feel like I've got a lot.
Yeah, but
lot left to get out of that one.
mods are not relevant. That's not the
I
point.
guess not.
But yeah, I mean, with Terraria, I'm not sure that's true. Bosses aside, you've seen everything pretty much straight off the bat.
True. I mean, would you say it's got boring though?
No, because see, this is where this game fails, and I think Diablo succeeds. The moment to moment, I think the minute to minute and the hour to hour gameplay in this is actually pretty good. Like the leveling, the skills, the progression, the gear, the pet, all of that, it's pretty good. But the moment to moment, the second to second gameplay is just a bit underwhelming. And that's the bit, if that's good, say with Borderlands, the second to second gameplay is superb. The progression, yeah, sometimes yes, sometimes no. But just standing there and shooting your guns at people is super satisfying. Whereas this, like, I just ran up that guy and hit attack, and my character faced away for some reason.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, that was weird. I just saw that on stream.
I think it
that's
may
really
be because I've got stick extenders, and they do have a little bit of wobble to them. And I let go.
Ah. How good's that shield, by the way? Does it just block a percentage of damage, or is it
Don't know.
like...
It's free, so I just cast it when I can. But yeah, my revolver in the bottom right empties when I use a train skill.
Interesting.
It's your train gun. You shoot trains.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to look at that fake Diablo 3 creature with all the. So Diablo 3, they used to have a lot of suffixes and prefixes that have gone now, and it used to be a little bit. Oh my god! There have been so many taken out. No. Boss prefixes and suffixes.
Oh, okay.
But
that's one thing that Diablo 2, Diablo generally does it, but Diablo 3 did it spectacularly, is the different enemy types.
Yeah.
Like you learn the enemy as you go, right, when I kill this enemy, like skeletons, you're just like, okay, that's fine. like some of them you kill them, and you know that they're going to explode, and there's going to be a fire, or they can shoot something at you, and you want to dodge it, and you see this animation, so like that. There's basically none of that in this, or maybe either there's none
Well,
of it
a little
in
bit. I mean, this guy was a Stormbringer. He was bringing stuff down from the sky, but I don't know. Maybe I've just played. It's a bit too like Diablo 3, and I've just played Diablo 3 quite a lot.
I think,
No, you go back, no, I can tell you right now. You go back to Diablo 3, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is better.
Wow.
I think Path of Exile kind of does that enemy thing quite well as well. Like
Path
you see,
of
like
Exile does it really well, yeah.
like a specific type of zombie that's quite visibly different explodes. If there's a crab, that will usually have like an extra life thing going on.
Yeah,
for
it's basically
crab.
you take the shell out first.
Yeah,
You got the witches as well, which basically kind of like phase through things. And
yeah.
yeah, it's good. And then you've also got, like, for instance, the wards. So, for instance, they've got, you've got to go up and take out the wards, and there's some kind of like skeleton.
A mouse cursor just appeared in the top left for about 2 seconds, then disappeared.
Really
Interesting. Oh, since you mentioned summons earlier, Adam, I remember Path of Exile had quite a fun summon system. Like, it was like, you could summon, like, specific summons had different summoning, like, conditions. Like, if you wanted to summon a zombie, you'd have to kill something first and then summon it from that corpse. And stuff like that. There were some other ones as well, I don't remember the specifics for all of them. Like, one's, like, summon weapon. Like, it makes like a spirit weapon of any weapons that have been dropped on the ground, whether you drop them or an enemy dropped them. So you could drop your own weapon and then summon it as a summon. Which is kind of funny.
It's interesting, Adam, just seeing the Reaper of Souls image on your screen, because it reminds me how I actually played Diablo 3. I played Diablo 3 not just because it was a good game, but because I wanted to know more of the storyline. I want to know what happens next. And I think
Yeah,
in
like
hindsight,
that.
I think that's the problem with it for me, is that once I finished it and I knew the storyline, I was like, oh, okay, well, that's the storyline. And then it was just the gameplay, which was really good, but it's just the gameplay.
It was all Heradric Cube, Heradric caches and bounties for me.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay.
This is why I quite liked Hades recently, because they kind of had that issue with story, but the way they've done it is like, you get little tidbits here and there every time you finish a run, so it's really gradual, and like I'm still finding like voice lines and interactions between characters, and I'm like 100 odd 200 hours in.
Needs an update, Adam.
I don't understand.
funny.
How can it need an update? I don't understand.
What, the store?
No, Diablo 3. Well, how does it possibly need an update? I don't understand. How? My Xbox is on all the fucking time. Literally. It's not figuratively on all the time. It is literally on all the time.
Maybe it goes you haven't played this in ages. That's not updated.
I don't know. What the hell? Get on with it.
Yeah, Brett. The one thing I love about about Path of Exile is the skill curve in it. So it starts off super easy. Like, you basically can't die. I know people do die at the start, but you basically can't. And then the longer you go into it, the more it kind of gets slowly but surely more difficult. And then to the point where you're actually like, you haven't changed the difficulty, you're just struggling to, not necessarily struggling, but you have to actually think about it and play properly and carefully and think, oh, you know what, I'm not tanky enough. I need a little bit more health. I need to put points in health next time just so I can be a bit more tanky.
Yeah, I feel like I do.
That kind of thing.
I feel like I do hit a grind wall at some point. It's my only issue with Path of Exile, because I hit like level 70, I think, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, but
slog.
there's no way you can have any game like that without either a slog or you run out of content. Those are your two
Yeah, that's
options.
true.
There isn't a third one.
I mean, well, the thing is the story. I guess, but I don't remember what point the Path of Exile story actually ends. So I've never reached the end of it, because the slog starts way before the story ends, at least in my opinion.
That does seem like a silly approach.
Well, I think part of it's because like the end game is like this map system, and there's a bit of story within that map system or something, where like you've got like this portal thing you
remind
can
me
put
about-
maps into.
Oh yeah, to make the dungeons like that. That's
Yeah. It's like a boss called like the Shifter or something.
Got there, but I've never properly done it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a final boss in the map system that's called like the Shifter or something.
Oh
and there's,
really?
like, a
I've
bunch
never
of-
seen that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like he like warps reality when you're fighting him or some stupid shit. I don't know. Apparently he's really hard. But I've never done
Oh,
it.
that's loud.
You make me want to load up that Path of Exile.
Don't. You're crazy.
It's definitely one of those games where like, I'm either not playing it at all for like months, or like
Or you're only
you're
playing.
playing it a lot.
Yeah.
It'll take you a while.
Don't mind having music in games, but don't start off loud music while still loading.
You just take your headphones off because it was too loud.
I had to take my headphones off, yeah.
I hate that. Well, I swear I had like half the time I open a new game and it blasts my ear off when I played it off. I'm like, why? Why couldn't you make it quiet to start with?
So I was thinking about this the other day. If Half-Life 2 had been released within the last year rather than the last 10 years, would the episodic content mechanism have been more readily accepted, more taken up?
I liked the episodic content method.
Well, it didn't happen, as far as I understood.
Yeah, it's because Valve aren't very good at doing anything to a schedule.
Yeah. But like, was it episode one? Episode 1 came out. Was that all it was?
No, then there's episode 2.
It was
and then
episode 2. Yeah.
Lost Coast, and then they went
Yeah, Lost Coast was just what was it? An HDR? No, what was it? As HDR or something kind of.
Lost Coast was HDR, yeah. Max, we've still got the stream open. I'm just having a look at Tesla Force.
Yeah, Valve's thing seems to be like they only like releasing games when they can do something spectacular with the tech or whatever they're trying to do with it.
To make other people take the tech.
Yeah, well, yeah. So like obviously Half-Life Alyx was like their first thing in VR, really. I guess. At least their first game in VR. I guess obviously they had like Dota 2.
No, that's not true at all. They had loads of VR games. What are you talking about?
Did they? What were the
Yes.
other ones?
The Lab.
The Lab.
The Lab, yeah. Did you not play The Lab? The reason to buy a Vive?
Well, I mean, I didn't buy a Vive, so.
Oh. The Lab, Ham Lab. The Lab itself was about a dozen mini games. Their VR exploration stuff. They did loads of VR experiments.
I guess their first full-on game then. But these are more like tech demos more so, aren't they? I guess.
See, this is what I mean about satisfying. Look at it go.
This does look very satisfying. Yeah.
This is great. I love
How
this
much
game.
button pressing are you having to do?
Oh, none. I've turned it so it's on auto shoot.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, this message of articles is what appealed to me about Path of Exile for like late game. Is I'd just be like, hey, press the button.
Is this Xbox only?
No, Corker says it's out on Steam. Are you sure this is on Steam? Because this is the second in the Tesla series. There was Tesla versus Edison. It might be on Steam. I don't know.
What was it called again? Tesla something?
Tesla Force.
Tesla. Okay, I'll Google it. Let's Google it. Follow the Steam. Come on, Steam, update.
That's a good flashy line.
Okay.
Should really go to bed because I've got that work thing tomorrow.
Yeah,
But it's
Tesla
all-
Force.
Yeah.
Is it 1, 2, or 3 or something? Is there a number after it or something?
I don't think so. No.
Endless Swarms.
Oh no, I found an issue with the Terraria mod loader that's on Steam. It's only the 32-bit version. The 64-bit version isn't on Steam.
Unacceptable.
Disaster.
So the interesting thing about this one is the way the progression works. It's fascinating. So it's a roguelike, but you get permanent upgrades through it, and the levels are randomly generated, but then you earn upgrades to progress. So it's got a really good combat system, really good progression system, and good combat. So good game and good meta game.
So the upgrades like the shooting behind you kind of stuff, or
That's a permanent one, yeah.
Shared/split screen co-op.
Yeah, unfortunately that's not... I don't think we can do Parsec remotely via to the Xbox.
It has to be Steam.
Yeah. Has it not got
The Steam
multiplayer? I know it's got local co-op, 'cause I played that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll just play it on my birthday next year. But yeah, it's very, very Crimson Dawn. It's got all the same guns, all the same sound effects. It's very nostalgic. And I have a Tommy gun. Yeah, so as I progress through this run, see on the right hand side the Doom clock's going up. So every time the Doom clock fills up, I think it's once a minute, all the mobs gain a random effect. They just all gain regeneration. It's just so awesome.
interesting.
I got fire bullets, random reverse shooting, and Reaper, I think.
So do you level or do you...
Yeah, you level up quite a lot and very rapidly. Then you die and then you lose everything, but you get essentially gems towards permanent upgrades.
Oh, okay. No games like that.
So local cards isn't a thing we can do. We can defer. So basically, Steam has offered us a feature that Xbox doesn't at this stage.
It's funny actually because you can do that on the PlayStation. I think the Xbox might offer it. I know they were talking about it, but they have the same problems. We can't really stream it because I won't be able to stream. We'd have to pre-record the stream. I don't have that much bandwidth. Or somebody else host it, in which case the stream is going to look terrible. This isn't as good as Neon Chrome. Neon Chrome is definitely my favourite of the roguelike twin-stick shooters. It is a superb game.
Just called it shiny, colourful thing.
It's, yeah, well, yeah.
What do we call it? Call it
Neon
shiny,
Chrome.
colourful thing.
It is just incredible.
Honestly, sort of going back to what we were talking about earlier about like some games being like sort of named as like sort of like Terraria as a Minecraft clone kind of thing. Some games really suffer. Like, do you remember Battleborn? Everybody remembers that? Is
Battleborn the not Borderlands game?
No, Battleborn is the game made by the Borderlands studio that is not Overwatch.
It's not Borderlands is its problem. No one gets a it's Overwatch not. It's not Borderlands. Nobody wanted anything other than Borderlands. It's the Borderlands engine. It's what they use to make Borderlands 3, but its problem is it's not Borderlands.
I don't know. I feel like
sounds similar to this is in Diablo.
Yeah, it's not Diablo. It's not Diablo 4. Diablo Immortal. We don't care.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of the issue, from what I saw as well, was that it released it like the same time as recent people compared it. And I don't know why. They weren't like. They didn't feel that similar. It felt like a first-person MOBA basically.
Yeah. What? Let me speak to you slowly. It was a game by Gearbox that wasn't Borderlands 3. That was its problem.
Could have been worse.
Well, yeah.
Could have been Borderlands the pre-sequel.
TPS was great.
I enjoyed it. Honestly, this is probably a hot take, but I prefer the pre-sequel to Borderlands 3. I don't know.
Borderlands 3's gunplay is fantastic, but the progression is just a bit. Oh, I have all these guns. Oh, cool. Oh, you've now hit level cap, and guns are only 1% better because we just never used it.
I also didn't feel like I really cared that much about the plot in Borderlands 3 compared to 2 or 3 sequels.
No, Borderlands 2's plot was fantastic. And Borderlands 3 going, it's bad guys and they're streamers and annoying. Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess it's like meta or whatever, but like really. Cool.
Whereas Handsome Jack, you hated Handsome Jack by about an hour into the game. You're like, I am going to kill this person. And then he continues to make you hate him more.
3 sequel, you get to play as a doppelganger, which is amazing.
Yes. Yeah, no, I played all the Borderlands, all of it. And the best piece of Borderlands DLC is in the pre-sequel. Claptrap's Claptrasic Voyage is just, it's worth playing TPS for. It's that good.
I just really enjoyed it, like, from a story perspective, just playing as the characters that, like, work for Jack kind of stuff, and, like, seeing, like, Wilhelm turn from a human to what he is in Borderlands 2. Yeah. So that as you go down this skill tree, you would, like, get more robot parts. But yeah, I don't know. People sort of went, nah, it's just Borderlands 2 clone in space. But I mean, they're not like horrendously off, but I think it was more than that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, wasn't it a different studio as well?
Yeah,
like,
Borderlands. Yeah, Australia 2K. Yeah, I really liked the pre-sequel. I played it a lot. I probably played it more than Borderlands 3.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same. Like, I mean, the gunplay in Borderlands 3 is nice, but it doesn't feel like as big of a jump from the other games that I value it more than the story and stuff like that. At least that's my take on it. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed Battleborn. I got to play it at Insomnia when it.
Oh, no, nothing wrong with Battleborn, was there? It was just not Borderlands 3.
I played Borderlands 3 for 1 day and 7 hours, and the pre-sequel for... Oh, it doesn't even tell me. Borderlands 2, yeah, it doesn't tell me when it is as well, but I played a lot of Borderlands, like a fair bit of Borderlands 3. I played this campaign of it, and it was like, okay, cool. But that was within like a couple of days of it coming out. Like, I played it a lot.
The new arms race mode is excellent, though.
I could probably go back to that game because I can't really remember what happened in it. Because I played it solidly for like the first 2 days it came out. So.
I mean, that's just not a lot happens in the story of it, to be honest.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, all that happened. One siren died from a previous game that you could no longer play for some reason. I don't know. Nothing of value was massively lost. They killed probably. I'd argue one of the more boring characters in Borderlands 2.
Well, the thing is,
I love like unlocking the upgrades to the vehicles as well in like, Borderlands 3.
I got halfway through Borderlands 3. It went, oh, and Scooters died. I'm like, wait, what? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Because they killed him off in
From
Telltale,
Borderlands.
and I'm like, but I haven't played that because it's shit. And then I got the game for free because it came out on one of the passes, and I played it for a bit, going, yeah, I see why Telltale went underground. Like, oh my god, this is so bad. Like, their stuff is just janky. Like, really, really janky.
From what I know, the gameplay is pretty fair. But like, is the story any good on that? It seemed okay from what.
It was alright, but a lot of the pre-sequel assumed you'd played the Telltale game that completely failed. But did you play the mobile game, by the way? It's a mobile strategy Borderlands game. Really good, apparently. So it was an overhead view, you got 4 characters, and you got all of the normal Borderlands. Oh yeah, that's
Actually,
just locked up.
Honestly, I think my main issue with Borderlands 3 is I didn't care about any of the playable characters. They weren't interesting to me. I don't know if anyone else had that.
Yeah.
They were very bland.
Yeah.
I think the game's actually just crashed, not my Xbox. Oh. Wow.
Wow.
Oh
You
man,
know
I
what?
got the
It's
boss as well.
consoles. Game stuff just works on consoles. You don't have to deal with anything in the background. It just
That's
works.
pretty
Oh,
poor.
the Steam connection's just crashed out.
No. I
Sorry,
can.
stream, not Steam.
No, I can do the overlay. You see.
Stream's fine. Yeah.
No, I mean the connection of the stream to the Xbox.
No, my overlay's still
No,
fine.
because his overlay's working. Yeah.
Oh, the overlay in the Xbox is still
Yeah.
streaming.
Yes.
Weird.
Yeah, no,
If I post,
the game froze up there.
like if I post a picture of the Borderlands 3 characters in the Discord, I look at these and I go, wow, one of them has a big
Hot Shot
coat.
Racing. I've heard about this game. I've never actually seen it play.
I really wish this is on Game Pass, but it's not on PC Game Pass, unfortunately. One of the skins
But
for
why is there less
Flak has no
parity,
thing.
Is it
by the
on
way?
cloud? Adam.
There is going to be parity, but it's not there yet. Sorry, Macam, what about the cloud?
Is it on the cloud version?
Oh. Well, yeah, because it's an Xbox game.
It's on. Yeah. Mm.
You get access to all Game Pass games on the Xbox, I believe.
Honestly, I've played Borderlands 3 for about a day, and I couldn't tell you the names of those.
Troy and girl. Oh, you mean of the characters? Moza, Mora, Flak, and Zane.
Yeah, there's 4 of them though.
Moza, Mora, Zack, and
Oh, okay.
Zane.
I didn't hear the first one. Okay.
Mose. I forgot the name of her. What's the name of her vehicle?
I have no clue.
I have to say, my Xbox is having a bit of a sad
So
time.
slow.
As I said, this is a 4-year-old console.
Yeah.
Fine. I want a new one. I've been trying to buy
And
one.
how demanding is this game?
Oh no, the game runs beautifully.
You still get them with DVD drives, Blu-ray drives in them.
The S doesn't have one. The X does. I love that. For some reason, it's taken too long to start. I'm wondering whether the streaming is causing an issue for some particular reason. Let me just see. Oh, wait a minute. Microsoft Store have a Series S console.
Oh, you had your hopes up for a
I was
second.
like, oh, brilliant. But yeah, like the new consoles, they've got a much faster SSDs in them. They've got the much bigger bandwidth. I mean, the PS4 can decode game data in hardware. You know, they're much improved pieces of kit. I just would like to buy one.
They're really good value for money, as long as you're happy with them forever. Like well, not forever, you know what I mean. But
Well-
like, I just
Say that. How much was your video card?
my graphics card,
Yeah.
250 quid a year, 2 years ago.
And how long do you expect to keep it? Aren't you desperate to
Another
buy a new
year.
one? Another year? 3 years?
No,
on
not
one
by,
video card?
am I
Wow.
tempted to buy a new one?
Yeah. Assuming you
No.
could.
I mean, I could buy. Yeah, if I could buy one, I just don't
Oh,
really
yeah.
feel I need to. The last time I think I bought a new graphics card was because I think was it Battlefield or there's some game like that, which basically was like I had to play it on like low settings, just about scrape to 60 FPS, and I was like, yeah, this isn't very good.
Yeah, I mean, I had to
But,
put
like-
Red Dead at about 1/4 the visual quality. It still looks good
You were streaming it as well though.
on a different computer.
Oh, fair enough.
I can't run this game.
Oh dear.
But there's currently no game. I mean, I've got a Vega 56 at the moment. The only thing I've got.
Oh my
really,
God, are you
which is
serious?
problematic- Yeah, still I've got a Vega 56. The only thing that's problematic with it is the VR, and that's not even really problematic. It's just I wish it could be a little bit better.
Hmm.
I'm curious to see how well my PC will run the reverb. Actually, that'll be interesting to see.
What video card?
I've got a
1070.
full GTX 1070
Yeah.
Mini, I think.
I'm on a 3080, and it's so you can make it look chunky and it runs fine, but it's so easy to make it run really badly. Just by going, oh, just nudge the detail up a bit. Oh dear, no, that's horrible.
Well,
Oh,
according
guys,
to
I've got
according
a
to the website, the minimum
Oh,
spec
see you
is
tomorrow,
like
sir.
1060.
So yeah.
So guys,
See
wait.
you. According to the website, the minimum spec's like 1060, I think. So
Yes, so the
apparently
emphasis, the
within-
emphasis on minimum, and
Yeah.
you know that's minimum in super hot on low detail. It doesn't mean Battlefield.
to be fair, I'm probably not running Battlefield in it anyway, but
Like if a new Battlefield game comes out, I'm buying that instantly. Like I've had nothing but lots of enjoyment out of all the Battlefield games that have come out in the last couple of ones in the
Hey,
series.
it decided to boot.
So I will like get those games, and if that turns around and says, oh, you know what, it looks fantastic, but for it to play properly, you need a better graphics card. I will probably buy a new graphics card if I can.
Let's be honest though. The Frostbite engine is one engine where it excels. I mean, Battlefront looks astounding, runs at whatever frame rate I like, and barely hits my video card. Yeah, go Malcolm. It's running now.
yeah, it's just that it's Battlefront, so.
I love this game so
but-
much. This is what games should be. And I'm 90% sure, and I need to check, but I'm 90% sure this is the DDR announcer, and they hired him.
I'm here at the moment. I need to unmute the stream.
Just turn it down a little bit. Good as it is.
I've got the stream muted. I'm just gonna watch. But yeah, that's the thing for me. Is it's yeah, there are loads of games that I've got. And I honestly, like, I mean, I've got a 144 hertz monitor, and like in Destiny 2, it sits there at 120 hertz, and that's on I think Ultra.
That's an
high
Xbox
settings.
360 game. Of course it does.
Destiny's really
Des-
pretty,
Des-
actually.
Destiny 2.
It's,
Yeah, Destiny,
is
Destiny,
it- okay,
Destiny
Xbox
2.
yeah.
Destiny 2 is on Xbox, but it runs like crap on the consoles. Because they fixed a lot of it, but like it still runs like crap on the consoles. The consoles just can't handle it as well. They've really had to like change the graphics quality.
I remember, like,
There's like a whole other I think there's like you basically they run it on medium. You can go to higher than ultra on the PC.
I don't know how it is now, but when I originally played Destiny 2, it felt quite shallow, but I just sort of kept playing because it looked pretty.
Yeah, Destiny 2 was quite shallow. Basically they've added a hell of a lot to it, and they're still adding a lot. They've made a massive load of improvements in the last couple of years.
Yeah, there's a lot of DLC now, though. So I'm like, yeah, do I want to invest that much into it?
So I am
DLC's sorry, go on, Adam.
so I am streaming this as well, which is quite cool. I do like that.
DLC for Destiny 2 is it's basically just campaign missions. You don't need it if you don't want to play. It's just storyline. So do you want to play the storyline? You don't need it if you want to just get to the end of the game and do the dirty work. It's fine. That looks really cool.
What is this game?
Hot Shots Racing. Now, here's an interesting thing, because this won't look any different to 720p, really.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, I can
Yes, would be interesting.
I can tell the difference. Well, I'm not getting 60. I do normally. I'm wondering whether or not my Xbox is actually running at 4K internal with a 1080p outscaling. But
Yeah.
that is a DDR announcer, I swear it.
Going back to Destiny 2, what they've done is they've done season passes. And season pass content you get, sometimes the seasons are a bit meh, sometimes they're fantastic, and they've really got loads of storyline content. Like they're literally like, I think said 4 months worth of storyline and occurs and plots that you go through and affects, you know, achievements and other blocks that you need to do things for, which is really good fun. Yeah, it's really, I really enjoy it. I've used it in English fantasy gameplay as a gunplay, so it's really amazing. It's good fun. It's hilarious. It's a fun game. Fun game.
Yeah, I just remember last time I played it, I was talking to people about it. They're like, "What class did you use?" I'm like, "I chose this one." They're like, "Oh, why?" But it's just better than the other two. I was like, "Oh."
The classes aren't there. There's no classes better. It's all nice stuff. They're quite well balanced. It's the same thing as what you class. You just and how you play it. Your style of play it. But yeah, when basically apparently what happened is it's active. Basically said, yeah, okay, you need to release Destiny 2 as part of the contract. So I think it was active. So they were like, oh, we've got to pay time. So they released Destiny 2, and they had that deadline to do it. They released it. They didn't have anywhere near as much to do. They never really wanted to do it with Destiny. Destiny to build to have Destiny and add on to it. And then apparently they were originally working on Destiny 3 because they had to put contracts. Then they met Activision and this said, right, we're done with the project, it's Destiny 2. And that's what they're doing. They're adding gain and upgrading it, DLC, season enhancements, more content every like 4 months, like a giant drop of content into that game. And yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, it does feel like it fits into the same kind of genre of like model at least as something like Warframe, whereas like a free-to-play sort of semi-satisfying thing to play that some people play religiously.
Yeah, definitely. Warframe. I think Warframe is a little bit. It's definitely more shallow. There's more options, more things to do in Destiny 2 than Warframe. At least the last time I played Warframe.
What I've heard from Warframe is that it has content, but you have to find it. It's quite a wiki game. In the same kind of way as like Terraria is. The game doesn't tell you where to go. You kind of have to figure it out.
That's one thing that Destiny 2 is not great at. It's not Destiny 2 is great at directing you and giving you options of what you can do, how you should do it, what the rewards are, etc. They've definitely gotten better at that, but yeah.
My pad's not stopped vibrating. Oh, it's stopped. There we go. Oh great, I boosted, I didn't hit somebody. But I haven't played very much of this. But yeah, it's very arcadey. It's the same guys who did the Outrun 2 conversion on the Xbox 360, which is just one of the best things ever.
It just looks satisfying.
Yeah, that's why I mean the drifting mechanics straight out of Ridge Racer. The boost mechanics very good with the fog change.
This has just made me really want Diddy Kong Racing, like a modern Diddy Kong Racing on PC.
Oh, that reminds me, we were supposed to play Quake Rally.
I don't know what that is.
It was a mod, and it eventually got released as a game. So it's a racing game mod for Quake. And then it turned into a full game, and it was on our list of things to play.
I remember the racing game.
What kind of Mario games are there?
What kind of? You're very, very quiet suddenly, by the way. What kind of what?
Mario Kart games are there on PC?
There's fucking loads. As good as Mario Kart?
Good
well,
ones.
I mean,
Yeah.
Wacky Wheels? Was it Wacky Wheels? No, was it Wild Racers? Oh, man, I forgot the name of it. I'll look it up.
Wacky Racers.
Not Wacky Racers, that's a different game. Imagine a Wacky Racers game would be on the Wreckfest engine.
Oh. What? It was like Blur. I never actually played Blur. I own Blur. I never played it.
Honestly, one of the big like racing games of my like childhood, I grew up on like PS2, was I think it was a Crash Bandicoot game where you could like crash into other players to combine cars with them, which was quite a cool concept.
Not Scrap Mechanic. Nuts
like
and bolts. No, Banjo Kazooie. You didn't Banjo Kazooie.
No, Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
But yeah, the entire premise was if you ram into someone,
He's
a
got
turret on top, and if you go across the finish line together, you both come first, kind of thing. but you can also kind of fuck the other person over by decombining because both players can control when they separate.
I have to say,
I don't know why. I still love Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing, I actually thought was a better game than Mario Kart was.
I have to say,
Doom Eternal apparently is on Game Pass now. I think.
Yeah, it's coming to Game Pass. Yeah.
I'm kind of. Does Rocket League have mods?
No.
Rocket League.
No.
Does.
What?
No, it does. It
It
does
does.
to an extent. Yeah, you can.
No.
You can. There are mods
'Cause
for it.
I'm really curious if someone has made a racing mod in the Rocket League engine because that
No.
sounds like it'd be quite fun.
Nah, it's just the Unreal. It's just Unreal.
Yeah, I
know it's
an Unreal, but like in
You've got mods for it in the sense that you've got custom maps. Which
Yeah,
have
but not
custom
mods.
levels and stuff.
not mods. No. Okay.
What is going
So
on?
what
Why
made-
is it refused to run stuff?
Someone made a Mario Kart style mod in Dota in the same sense as like Auto Chess was, which is quite funny. Where you just play as the characters, you run around getting power ups, and you just fight each other over.
Yeah, Garfield Kart, Furious Racing, Kart Rider Drift, more Hungart, UC Kart, Circuit Supercars. In fact, how many Mario Kart clones are there on Steam? 133. Have fun.
Amazing.
Although one of them is called Summer Jigsaw Puzzles. I'm not really sure quite why that one is.
And
I'm not sure that's a Mario Kart clone.
what's the best and most recent one?
What, the best or the most recent one?
Yes, the combination of the two.
I'd probably Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 Grand Prix.
Amazing.
Why is my... I don't understand. I mean, my Xbox was first turned on for the first time in a week. And that, well, a few hours ago. Like, normally, this is the thing. The Xbox just works. That's why I get hacked off when I'm fiddling with things. It always works.
Oh,
But I'm
if it just works, you should run a Bethesda game on it then.
Well, I am. Doom.
Okay.
Boom. I've just disconnected my stream from it. Oh, maybe I flipped to low quality or something. I'm just hazarding a guess. It's the streaming, but
I would guess it
shouldn't.
probably is because it's the Xbox is probably then doing the stream and also downloading games in the background.
Now
and
this is
also
the thing.
playing a game.
The Xbox doesn't do anything different when you're streaming because it's already capturing the video anyway because it's doing the rolling 30-second capture. You know, Xbox record that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not at all excited about Doom coming to Game Pass because, well, first I own it, and secondly, the multiplayer in it is a big pile of steaming shite. Now,
So I've never played it.
Doom 2016, on the other hand, it's got fantastic multiplayer. And that might be interesting.
How did they fuck that up between games?
Because this is some... I'll show you. I'll go online. I'll show you. Bear in mind, I'm fucking good at this game. All right? I have played this game a shit ton. I am good at this one. Check out this circle.
I
Yeah.
love if you get stomped.
I will get stomped because it's a big pile of broken as shite crap. So you don't play... It's not deathmatch. It's one Slayer versus two demons who can also do random demons. The problem is I have to kill both of the enemy demons within, I think it's 10 seconds of each other. Okay? The problem is, if I kill one of them, the other one just turns around and runs away. So you have to whittle two people down to low health and hope they stay together. It's the brokenest thing I have ever played. And what everybody wanted was, well, they wanted co-op.
Yeah, a deathmatch, team deathmatch
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. But Doom 2016 had snapped together maps where you could play multiplayer. This isn't even working. Bollocks to it.
I'm surprised they didn't capitalize on the meme of the Doom guy with a character from Animal Crossing and have that as a DLC.
Well, I do have the...
I know there's a lot of funny unicorn memes, isn't there? But like, there was the meme of like the Animal Crossing character, like just going into the Doom map and just killing shit.
I assume you mean that one, you see.
I'll wait for the stream to catch up.
Or that one. So this is the thing about Doom, though, right? You say, so Torchlight, we just ran, whatever. This game runs 4K 60 HDR. And that's what I want in my games. There should be no, and almost no loading. It's very quick.
I'm talking about this, Adam. Oh, I've got on the Discord.
Yeah,
This is the meme for a while.
I know the meme because they came out on the same day. But yeah, I went Team Doom. Tad Torchlight was alright. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not brilliant. It's just
It's just not the half of XR.
Inspired.
Yeah. But the music and the sound in this game is just unbelievable. Oh, now the Doom is an interesting one because Doom does not leave a lot of CPU time left for anything else. Really doesn't. Now I can feel the latency between my Xbox and my PC.
Oh boy.
That's not 60. It's
Doom does look
nearly
pretty pretty,
60. Oh, it's beautiful.
Doesn't look good, yeah.
I'm just trying to remember where there's a particular thing I wanna. No. But this is the second best bit of music in any Doom game, of course.
I don't mute the stream.
Yeah, me too.
Da da na 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 na.
Oh, that's that one, okay, yeah.
It's good that it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Oh no, this has got all sorts of brilliant stuff
Yeah.
in it. But yeah, there's definitely latency too. So what I should have done really is plug my Xbox into this screen, and just because it's so close. But
Yeah.
This is probably the third best bit of music is Sandy's City.
Speaking of things that look really pretty, I'm kind of curious to see what
Thank
happens
you.
with
Oh,
that.
thanks, Brex.
No, too
Oh,
slow. I said it
no.
first.
I was just saying, I'm really curious what happens with that Warhammer thing I mentioned the other night, where like they've essentially hired that guy that made the Nazi series. Because what's happened is there's a bit people aren't sure what to make of it because he's had to take down those videos. They're not on YouTube anymore.
Didn't
They're
his,
now on the
didn't
they're
his
now on the
stream get
Warhammer website.
hacked or something? There was something.
Yes. So it's good and bad because they're probably more secure on the Warhammer sites, but it means they're not going to be on YouTube anymore. So people are wondering if they're going to have people have to pay to watch the content in future. Kind of thing.
Yeah. I can't find BFG Division. It makes me genuinely sad. But yeah, so this room's amazing. I haven't finished unlocking Doom yet, but then you've got all of the toys that I've discovered throughout the game, and they're beautiful little rendered things. But they, as you said, they just did not take themselves seriously, and I think that's wonderful.
Like pop vinyls.
Yeah. And then you've got all the
Amazing.
guys' guitars, and then all the weapons. But yeah, I played this a lot, and I still haven't got anywhere near all the skins.
That's great.
I'm just getting a feel for the. It's definitely not as it normally. I say I play this on my 4K television at 60, and it is 60. It's not mostly 60. It's not near 60. It's solid.
That's a question because obviously you know like your performance optimization quite well. What are like some of the best optimized games you've played?
Doom.
Doom.
It's just unbelievable.
Right, I am off to bed. Good night, everyone.
Nighty night.
Enjoy the games.
You're welcome.
Bye.
I'm still loading your spaceship project.
But yeah, I'm just gonna play Xbox. I will get to bed because tomorrow is of course all day streaming.
Oh, because you're doing the Fortress Class stuff, is it?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
When
yeah,
do you start doing your? When do you start doing Eden on stream? Do you know yet?
I don't know if I will be. I've said that, and they're like, oh no, we want to show the game in its best light. I'm like, dude, I just show the game it's completely broken. No one seems to care. I wonder what difficulty I'm on.
How many difficulties are there?
Too many. But yeah,
Oh, there you go. Cool. Hacker says that in similar manner, what are some of the worst optimizers of the game? What are the worst?
I mean,
optimizers?
honestly, Torchlight's appalling.
I'd say for something like PUBG is pretty bad, right? Oh, that was
PUBG got better.
Began.
Yeah.
The oldest and most
Well, I guess they had to because they had to make it make it playable on mobile, didn't they?
But they were eventually driven out by the demons.
Oh, I have unlimited ammo. Brilliant.
They just went all out on trying to make this game super satisfying, didn't they?
Oh, this game is just like. I think I'm still set to 5-1. Like it knows I've got a headset plugged in. 2 seconds. Oh, where is it? I can't stand the setup of this thing. Where the blood is the settings menu? There it is. I like to do. Oh, it does say stereo. Yeah.
Well, Hark's not wrong in the fact that you do development on stream anyway. People somewhat might expect to see broken stuff on occasion.
I like to do it because then people realise what games actually are. Like they realise that games aren't. you know, you get like these betas for games. Well, that's not a beta. That's just a finished product. They called a beta for no real reason.
Yeah.
Right.
I like the blurring out of the background of the Western.
You're gonna have to. You've gone really quiet.
Oh, have I?
Yeah.
I was saying, I quite like the blurring out you get when you switch weapons with like stuff with touch that makes you sort of focus on it.
Oh, when you're.
Yeah,
Oh.
when you're looking at the different weapons, and it like blurs
Yeah.
the background.
Yeah, what game pioneered that? Oh yeah, Black. Look at my weekly challenges for it, shouldn't I? Acquire a... Well, okay, that's going to be a little bit hard. Complete 2 missions, completely master level. Kill a Dreadnought with a Crucible. Wrong mode.
I both love and hate like daily and weekly challenge stuff, because I feel like there's so many games that I've got now that I'm just never going to touch. Next time I crack that game, I'll be really sad that I didn't ever do it with them.
Honestly, as an Amazon Prime member, the amount of money Amazon Prime must spend on driving game content in. Like, I've got loads of Amazon Prime stuff. Like, the amount of money I've made in GTA from Amazon Prime membership probably outweighs actual money I've made by playing it.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're so quiet.
So like, do I have to like be like this close to my mic the entire time? Is it
I
that
mean,
bad?
the game's quite loud, but you've got quieter. The death animations are something else though. There's so many of them. They're so quick. They're context sensitive. They're location sensitive.
Well, essentially, like, wow, people they had like some guy that just do these, and he probably just spent his entire time on this game just making those animations.
I think this was more than one person, to be honest.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's probably like a team on it that spent like, because there's probably thousands of total or something.
But my favourite one is where he reaches out, grabs the shoulder of a character, grabs his arm, punches the middle, so his arm breaks, and then punches the end of the broken arm, so his bone shoves through the skull of the player. It's like, bloody hell, you're not messing around.
Yeah, there's not many games that you can get away with like that, I guess. Because they want their age rating into it.
18 games don't generally sell so well.
Yeah. Okay, I guess Doom's more the exception than the rule. How many 18 plus games can you think of actually? I can't think of.
No, it's not that many. The Call of Duties and stuff, but there aren't really very many.
Yeah, Call of Duties aren't like visceral in that way, really, are they? They're 18, but they kind of expect kids to play them.
Yeah. So the one thing I want, this game is not perfect. The run and gun in this game is second to none. There is no better first-person shooter. There isn't. The jumping puzzles, on the other hand, can go fuck off.
To make our friends transition into their new world.
Story is awesome. Way better than I had any of these in debate.
What even is the story of Doom?
Oh, it's awesome. The story of it is fantastic. Basically, we harnessed the energy from the demon realm. Then the demons broke through. But then it turns out the energy we've been harvesting is the souls of the damned that weren't sent up to heaven. And basically, I've gone and fucked up the entire power grid, essentially, both heaven and hell. It's like, wow, this is not what I was expecting.
Very metal.
Ah, it's one of my favourite ones. Go on. There you go. I rip off the guy's leg, grab it, and stick it into his own eye socket.
Oh wow, okay. Story of Doom Marine go burr.
Oh yeah. But yeah, this is the thing. They took the Rip and Tear comics and canonified it in such a way that you kind of take it seriously. Like literally, one of the songs actually has a metal band screaming Rippon's hair during it. It's just awesome. I love this game so. I hate it and love it at the same time. I hate it because I look at this and go, "There's no way I can compete in any way, shape, or form." I look at Valheim and I go, "You know what? I could do that. That's within my sort of skill set." I look at this game. I don't have any clue how this is possible. Not with one person, not with 100 people. Wow, just perfection in some way.
I mean, I imagine there's a point of a number of people where you could see it being feasible but still difficult to do.
No, I've worked on games with extremely large number of players, teams, probably smaller than this, bigger teams than this, and they weren't as good. This is just focused in design and it's just. How do I'm waiting for a teleport to activate us. Oh yeah, and one of the other things you can do, there's a guy with a jetpack. You run up, smash his jetpack, so he flies off and explodes up there. There we go. Hey, first try. And the music is superb as well. Interactive, fitting, context sensitive, just amazing. I don't like
I just really like music that changes with like setting or what it's doing. So that's why I really like
very few games do that.
Yeah.
But there you go. And the music goes fades out.
I think Terraria is a simple version of that in a way.
Yeah.
Boss music and all the like place music that sort of blend quite well. But this is like the extreme of that, right? So
this is just unbelievable. This is world class. The problem is when a game comes out like this, I said, you get people that just think that's how it should. That's the normal. Like this is the best we can do. Not on ice. Oh, we can't run down.
And when did this game come out now?
Was it last year? No, last year, yeah, because it was during the coronavirus, wasn't it? And the first expansions come out.
It got delayed though, right? Or am I?
No, it came out the same day as Animal Crossing. Don't think it got delayed. But yeah, the thing is as well, talking about the story and everything, the DLC's out, the first one, the story-based DLC, and it ends on such a cliffhanger. I'm like, fuck you guys, you did not need to do this today.
Oh no, Doom has a cliffhanger.
I know!
You're like, I'm gonna play this game anyway, why did you have to put it on a cliffhanger? It's my shooter games like this where it's just pure satisfaction. I feel like after a certain point I just get. I don't want to say bored because it is still very nice.
No, it ebbs and flows brilliantly. The quiet moments, the jumping puzzles are probably to try and balance out. The jump puzzles are freaking awful though. But yeah, it really has. It's like God of War 3. It has excellent ebb and flow. Plus, those death animations are just amazing. But yeah, after playing Torchlight at 1080 20, how come this runs at a solid 64k? Like, how is that even possible?
Better optimization.
I do. It's written properly, yeah. This is the thing, because if you were to look at Torchlight as your first console game, you might like go, oh yeah, console games, they don't run very well, they don't look quite as good.
Yeah. To be fair, this is like more or less like perfect, right?
Yeah,
so I guess this is a high bar.
But it's the same hardware. That's the point.
I guess it's not the norm though, right? Like, what's the norm in terms of performance?
1080 60s normal, or 4K 30.
Yeah.
Who's doing that?
Can't wait for 4K 144. That'll be nice.
Devil May Cry 5 runs at 120 on the PlayStation 5.
That's not bad.
The 6 people 120 hertz televisions, yeah?
Yeah.
There we go.
You think people will like actually bother going past 4K for a while? I feel like this is going to be a lot.
So,
worth it.
bear in mind, the vast majority of films are only 1080p. Like, cinema screens are primarily 1080p.
Yeah.
And they make a big song and dance about when they're not, but even then, nearly always, the CGI is only done at 1080.
Well, I guess the thing is with cinema screens is because of how far away you tend to sit from them, you won't really see the pixels from that distance anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, I run on a 120-inch 1080p projector, and it's fine. Like I mean, I also have a 4K setup, but I will tell you for nothing, 1080p with a good anti-aliasing solution is far better than 4K and no AI.
Yeah. I think right now I've got one 1080p monitor and one just 144 1080. And that's like it.
Yeah.
This
I
is
know
the part
you've
of
got
the
a ton
nest.
of monitors, haven't you?
It has taken root in this
I remember
facility's
you
main
mentioned
power
that before.
generator. Reactivating
61% updated.
the generator will destroy the nest.
But yeah, I mean, when this comes on PC, I'll give it a bash. The problem is I've played this for, I'll say a couple of hundred hours. I've no idea. I've played this a lot, all on pad. I don't think I'm going to be moving my way across to mouse and keyboard. DLS is incredible. Sorry, you've heard people say that DLSS is awful. Is it were they AMD owners by any chance? Right, DLSS. I was talking with Max about DLSS. And basically, DLSS, you run at a quarter resolution, and it works out what pixels are mixing and scales it up. And he's like, no, that can't be working. I'm like, I know. It's basically magic, isn't it? But that's how it works. DLSS 1 is fine. DLSS 2 is a more multi-purpose solution.
I do not know enough about this to comment. I need to learn a lot on this stuff, to be honest.
DLSS is essentially you train the game on 1440p images for your game, for your particular rendering setup and the lighting and all that. And then what you do is you run the game at 720p and then reconstruct very similar looking 1440p frames in real time where they are. Or you run your game at 1440p and upscale it to 2880p, giving yourself effectively free real-time anti-aliasing. This is what I mean. This is why I don't like that game. This Mario shit. It's like they forgot that it's not Mario and went, screw it. Let's just go all the way. Let's actually make it actual Mario.
Oh, the fire, amazing. No, like that makes sense from you explaining it. I just would have no idea how to implement that kind of stuff.
You don't.
Myself,
You can only update it with permission from NVIDIA.
Right.
You need to be a registered NVIDIA dev. They're keeping it very much behind closed doors at the moment.
Do you have access to that already then, or?
No, I haven't. Where am I supposed to be going? This is what we don't. Oh, there we go. It's made up of jump puzzles. Whip. They're all right. They're a bit tricky on the pad.
Don't be afraid. Once your soul
Yeah, like I
has been
wouldn't have a clue
consumed,
as to where to get started with optimizing my projects at the moment. 'Cause I've mostly been doing it for the most part. It's been for student work, or it's been that one roguelike game that I did for the project, and that was like obviously didn't really need to optimize that too much because it's not exactly high resolution or anything crazy like that.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things we're working on. Steve was complaining to me that the game isn't that performant. I'm like, yeah, but it's a fully it's a 100% procedural game. You're never going to be optimized in the same way that a static game like this is will be. It's just not possible. Like, don't think for a moment that it is or will be. Isn't there a?
What are you aiming for on optimization on that? Are you trying to get like the 1080 60? Is that your goal?
Well, I run at 1440 120, but I am on a 3090.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess you'd obviously have higher results than.
Yeah. The point is to make sure it's playable. Because I'm targeting 30 because I was target 60. I'm like, for a world building game, like, the point is you make it run at 30 and run and play nicely at 30. And if your PC can run at 60, brilliant, lucky you.
So when you work on games, do you tend to like go when you determine like what the minimum specs are, do you test it on those
No.
systems and be like, right, no, okay.
Not really, no.
How do you determine that, or do you just?
I mean, to a degree, you just lick your finger and stick it in the air and go, I don't know, 970. There you go. And I've got a 970 set up, so I can run it on that.
No, that's what I'm thinking. Like maybe, yeah. I was curious if people test that or not. I imagine they should.
Yeah, bigger companies do. I don't.
Terminals will
Yeah.
need to be manually activated to restore full power. Unlocking the left terminal room now.
But yeah, again, this is what I mean. It's super satisfying combat, and the you don't really stop and just drink in the visuals, which themselves are astounding. The poly density, the textures, the lighting, everything about this game, it's just flawless. I can shove my face right up in the textures, and they're disgusting. But high resolution disgusting. And I've never seen a more realistic depiction of just like fat.
Yeah, no. Oh god, yeah. That's very fatty, isn't it?
But you don't realise, you're too busy sprinting around, just going, and then you stop and look at it going, holy shit, this looks amazing.
Yeah, I kind of feel like with GTA sometimes just driving around, like,
Yep.
these small details. What the fuck?
50% of power has been restored. The second control terminal still requires activation to destroy the nest.
There you go, a little bit of baseline kicking in, a little bit of hint that something's coming.
I'm unable to open the door to the second terminal at this time. You'll need to find an alternate route.
Ask not what we can do for you.
So is the explanation basically that these people are possessed by whatever that shit is? And, like, hell?
Yeah, this is after the demon. After this, I mean, I'm on Earth. This is after demon invasion of Earth. But yeah, so the story is surprisingly awesome, and it's delivered in the right way. It doesn't stand there and make you some of the timed puzzles. Just they're awful. Thankfully, I've completed it all, so I never have to worry about them ever again.
Yeah, I quite like a story where it's like just there and you're just experiencing it as you're playing the game.
Yes.
And then for the people that want to find out more, there's like hints. Like,
Bioshock did it right when you get the radio recordings. That's exactly how I want it.
yeah, I kind of enjoyed that about Borderlands. I think it was 2, with like the radio logs of Handsome Jack and like how he was torturing people and shit. It was
And
amazing.
one and two, I think.
I don't think I played one, to be fair. But
Borderlands
I'll
1's
probably
good.
do it sometime.
Borderlands 1's interesting because it feels like a prototype of Borderlands 2. It really feels like an
Yeah.
indie experiment compared to much better.
But yeah, I really enjoyed like the voice recordings of the Handsome Jack, like talking to like the professors and shit, like where he was like, "Why isn't this one?" kind of stuff.
Yeah, Hans Jack was a fantastic bad guy, and Troy and I'll say Calypso, but just not so much. Jumping puzzles,
Sure.
yeah.
They
See
were,
what I mean?
they were like okay, yeah. I don't know.
No, they were. There's like, oh, they're just annoying YouTubers, therefore I should hate them. Yeah, brilliant. Very edgy Borderlands.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of the comedy in Borderlands 3 is just edge. So I don't know. But, haha, I make funny current meta joke. What Borderlands 4 will have VTubers as the name that.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, this is just like, yeah, we love Mario so much. We're not even trying with the jumping puzzles being, like, we're not even trying to make them, like, have any explanation for what the hell's going on. We're literally just going to put those things from the end of the castles in Mario in our game. This is what I mean about the story. There you go. A little bit of story there. Don't need to stop. Don't need to mention. Move on.
Oh, the like hologram. What are the small things like in Borderlands 2 where like you respawn and like the Hyperion station tells you a little bit about
Yeah.
Jack or something.
Oh, here's a demon that's killed another player in a game. Haha, fuck you. Yeah, one of my favourite lines from her was, man, am I tired of talking in this pleasant ass voice.
Yeah, a lot of them are just like sarcastic quips, aren't they? Honestly,
Oh, there's some brilliant ones. Yeah. Oh man, it's been so long since I played this level. Ah, back up there.
Tyrion recommends swearing vengeance on the thing that killed you, unless it was
an animal chocolate, like a cliff. Yeah, I play Borderlands 2 a lot.
It must have been so fun to just record those lines, to be honest.
Is that how I came up? No, I came up down there. Same way about jumping puzzles. They can really just go fuck themselves. I hate them. That's the only play. That and the Marauders.
I always wonder if voice lines like these, where they're like respawn voice lines, I wonder if any of these are like added. Like, I wonder if any of them just came up with on the day.
Sometimes. Usually the voice actors haven't got a clue what's going on.
No.
As a sort of rule of thumb. I mentioned this before. We had a guy in to do rally calls. And at the end of, we did the morning, and at lunch, and it wasn't very good. It was all right. And at lunchtime, we're like, he goes, "What am I doing?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "What am I saying?" Because he was saying things like, easy left, 100, over crest, don't cut, fifth, easy, tightens. And he's like, is this code? Am I doing something for the underground or something? I'm like, it's a rally call. He's like, I don't know what this is. But his agent hadn't explained to him. And we're like, So we explained to him, showed him some rally footage, and he goes, I get it now.
Join the official Mortally Challenged Visitor Welcoming Committee today.
Why am I feeling like I am very obviously missing where I'm supposed to be going? It's not up there.
Greetings, clone of the recently deceased. Good luck in your future adventures.
Aha! Oh good, a shot of a door that I don't know where it is, showing me how it's open.
Damn, maybe I'm a bit late for philosophy discussion. This reminds me of some of these lines remind me of like a theory I saw recently that like you as a thing only exist in the present tense of you. If that makes sense. Like the future you is never the same, and the future and past you are never the same as the current you.
Well, no, this is true, but slightly different. But that applies to anything in the universe.
This is true.
Like my car is slightly dirtier than it was yesterday, and slightly dirtier than it is tomorrow, until such point as I get into cleaning it. Oh good, more. Now this is what does know. I do not joke when I say the run and gun in this is the best in the world. There is simply nothing. The jumping puddles I've had are merely average. And you feel how much worse they are.
It breaks the immersion.
Yeah.
It looks a bit clunky.
It's not clunky. So I mean, I mentioned this before. So those moves I have to do, I have to press A, B, right click stick, right stick click. It's not easy to do. So there, that's B, yeah. Right click stick, right stick click, and I have to move my thumb across very, very, very quickly to achieve that.
So how can you get past me was boring? Past me was an idiot. Future me is boring.
Speak for yourself. So I am actually, I didn't check my difficulty. I'm actually playing this. I am almost completely invincible. I have unlimited ammo, unlimited everything, and it's still fun. And this was one of the design goals for Black. Black had to be fun to shoot the gun even when you were in a room with nobody else. And I've taken that. Like, this is just great sound, sparks, everything. It's just, oh.
Borderlands does that quite well as well, for some of the funky relay animations on some things, like the ones where you just throw it, it turns into grenades. Oh, okay.
Yes, we should probably play Borderlands. My only problem with Borderlands is full player.
Yeah.
And if we're doing any raid content, it's only full player.
Yeah.
Surprise! Basically, you just sort of sprint through. I didn't even look left and right. Then you stop, go back out, and glance at all that stuff up above. What's that big tentacly thing there?
The entire area you just sort of skim past.
Sort of skim, yeah, but like it's like it looks all animated. It's just beautiful. And Todd said this. He's watched people play games we've read, like Adaptive, just going, people aren't looking at anything. And you're like, nope. They'll just blast right through. And you're like, but we put so much effort into this. Oh, look at this area. But oh, he's skipped it. Okay.
Some people just want the experience. Not necessarily the visual.
I think it does sink in subconsciously. When something looks this good, you realise it looks good, even if you're not actually.
Yeah, your brain goes, this looks cool, and you just keep playing it from there. You in a circle?
Yes, I'm back to this door now. I'll have to kill everything first. Alright, fuck you then. I'll go and hit them in order. So you get different animations for the that's horrible and brilliant all at the same time. You get different animations for the death kills depending on where you are. So some of the challenges are like get a glory kill from behind, get a glory kill from above. I'll probably screw up the end, but it doesn't really matter. I've got 20 lives from my current playthrough.
I like how you're just jamming a key into this fleshy thing.
I know.
The hellified barrier has opened. This air shaft will provide access
So
to the
dumb.
generator's control terminal.
Boss fights are pretty good in this as well. Doom 2016 was excellent. It wasn't as good as this. This really honed it and then put a couple of things in they shouldn't, like the Marauders. But overall was just and I literally bought Doom's DLC for the story because I'm like, I'm invested now. I want to know what's happening.
The generator is now at full power. You can now use the main console to destroy.
But now I have
What's
to.
happening here? Are you like electrifying a heart? What?
Yes,
For what purpose? Just
to kill it
Why can't you just shoot it?
because it's too big. Shut up.
Well,
So the cutscene can happen.
but like, surely heart flesh is like fairly weak. compared
No,
to
Heart Flesh is really strong.
The generator is overloaded.
Now I have to get the flux.
It's not bulletproof.
This is true.
Warning. Main generator overload.
I have to get out in
I
90
repeat,
seconds.
Main generator overload.
Very much
Proceed to the
nitpicking,
nearest
but
emergency exit.
it's fun.
As I said, because that's the story.
Barrymore, would you like to know?
Ah! But I'm quite surprised that if there was an accessibility option for auto grab onto walls, I would turn it on.
Destruct shortly.
I can get my thumb between those two things, but I bet you on PC it's trivial.
I'm not a big fan of the like animation he does when he's like hanging from a wall, where he just has that hand out in front of him, like he's using the
Oh,
force.
that's showing you that which way you'll jump to.
Okay.
That's pointing at your exit.
It just looks a bit off. I guess.
It's just so you can see if each hand changes whether or not you're pointing towards a valid launch destination.
Right.
See you tomorrow, more bets. Go down this hole? I hope so.
I don't my chat on the stream is super delayed because I've not seen that message from Morbits yet. Oh, there it
Uh-oh.
is.
I think I'm out to Doug's. I think I just went the wrong way. Yeah.
Terrible.
Well, I suck. Dale's put back to luck.
No, I thought you said you were really good at this game.
I haven't. Yeah, it's a particular level I haven't played in a while. But yeah, low checkpoint. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 seconds.
The generator is overloading.
Not bad.
I have marked your
9
exit
seconds is
portal.
fantastic for something that looks this good.
Yeah,
How long were the loading times in Torchlight? 30 seconds
I
sometimes.
repeat, main
I
generator
don't know.
overload.
Yeah.
Please proceed to the nearest
At least it's not my
emergency
GTA where it takes like 25 minutes.
I really hope that gets patched out.
Yeah, same. But I don't know. I feel like I'm sort of getting to the end of my like stuff I wanted to do in GTA. Like beyond just doing a heist, that I feel like I'm just driving around at this point.
Yeah, but I said part of it, at least for me, I miss driving around.
Oh yeah,
I can't.
definitely.
I miss driving around in
fun.
reality, so I'm like, it's kind of a.
It's cathartic, but beyond that, no. I guess my point is that I feel like I'm running out of content that I would be able to do with the like in-game money I have without.
Oh yeah, but
buying more.
the other thing is, if you just sort of spend the evening playing it, you'll just earn a whole bunch of money, like just by being it and doing stuff. As long as you're doing stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
That's why I keep inviting you guys into my gang, so you can. I won't disrupt the jump this time. Yeah, I went down there last time. Oh, no, yeah, no, I didn't go that side. There we go. Look at that. Incredible.
Is there like no teleporter?
I can't hear there's a door next to loading. It's just... Wow. That's why I
Sauron.
I had to blow it up, yeah.
Very flashy.
I love it. You sure you want to quit? Your progress will be saved. Yes, just... Right, so everyone, I shall see you all tomorrow for some GTA and some Fortress Craft. Hope you have enjoyed it. I don't know why it's been such a popular stream tonight, but there we go.
That's it?
It has. Don't know why. I keep trying to click on stuff. That's not going to work, is it? Flannel cannon. But anyway, see you guys very soon. Just watching. And come and join the dev stream tomorrow.